Good evening and welcome everyone to tonight's coverage of Asrnz's 2024 GT3 Series 2. It is round 4, ladies and gentlemen. We are at Paul Ricard tonight for round 4 for a sprint round, 240-minute races. The series proudly brought to you and broadcast, of course, by MATCHFIT Entertainment and the good people at Race Command, delivering all the quality technical support that's required to run a slick series like they run here at Asrnz. So thank you very much, Race Command. As usual, I have J-Man by my side, but special guest tonight, ladies and gentlemen. But wait, there's more. We have John McDonald, JB, in the comms box tonight for tonight's race. How you doing, boys?
Yeah, g'day, Davo. G'day, John Boy. Welcome back. Good to have one of the original...
the OGs.
Yeah, one of the original OG MATCHFIT broadcasting team back on board. Frantically scrambling as we speak, just trying to get all the ducks in a row. But I'm sure he can hear us, and I'm sure he can chip in already. John Boy, how are you?
Maybe not. Maybe not.
Maybe
not. I'm here. G'day. Yeah, welcome.
Welcome aboard. You just continue to get those, round up those ducks, John, as we continue on. Like I said, series proudly brought to you and broadcast by MATCHFIT Entertainment and Race Command. There is giveaways at the end of the night. There is giveaways at the end of the season. Spin of the wheel stuff, easy stuff. In round 4, we're at Paul Ricard, so we're not even halfway through the series, so plenty of time to get involved, ladies and gentlemen. We will touch on the points in between qualifying and the race, but let's just get straight into it, J-Man, because I think we got some of the guys out on track already in qualifying.
Yeah, first part of two-phase qualifying here tonight as standard Asrnz now with the qualifying. So we do have the Pro-Am and the Am class. They have got all rights to the track for the first 7 minutes and 30 seconds. So we have got a visual on those guys at the moment. Just
we do.
Out there circulating around. Now, in case I missed it, because I was actually preoccupied looking into some data, if David didn't cover it already, we do have this round 4 as a sprint round. So that does mean we do have this qualifying session. This is Q1, obviously 15 minutes broken into 2-class racing, followed by race 1 is a 40-minute race, full-point race. Obviously, we did come out of the back of that super sprint round the previous week with half points, and then full. So full points for a 40-minute race, 10-minute break. Q2 will embark on that after race 1, and then another 40-minute race. Now, an interesting thing here for the drivers out here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is they do only have 3 sets of tyres.
Yes.
CPS in both races. And what's the CPS for? Compulsory pit stop for tyres, Dave.
Okay, so that always just throws a little bit of a spanner in the works. As always here at Asrnz, yes, very short numbers on the tyres. Keeps these guys thinking, even in these short races, J-Man, it just gives them something to think. There's a little bit of strategy involved, isn't there, even in a short race like this?
Yeah, absolutely. And even just watching out there at the moment, just the drivers out there jostling for position. Obviously, quite a few cars out on track. Right now, this is a reasonable size field, 34 cars for tonight's racing. We've got
lovely
of Pro-Ams and Ams out there at the moment, just trying to get this thing done, and it is a relatively big lap. We can already see Steve Melling in the Mustang gone to the top on a 155.400.
Oh, nice work. And Vaughan Martin actually just running across the line there as well, J-Man, to pick up a provisional second position there.
Yep.
So, but like you mentioned, long track, and there's always that sort of balance that you need. I mean, it's got like literally an airport runway length bloody back straight here at Paul Ricard. So the guys are always tossing up. Do we need the top speed? Do you drop all the wing off it? or do you just try and find that balance? Because the rest of the track is quite twisty. So, yeah, and like you mentioned, only 3 tyre sets over each of the races, over the weekend, should I say. So, yeah, plenty to think about for the boys here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you mentioned the Mistral Straight there. Obviously, a very, very big straight, and we've seen. You know, I was watching official practice earlier. It didn't actually record it as that in my speed trap data. However, I did see Mitchy Campbell tuck in behind one of the other McLarens, pull out and actually make the apex into the right-hander after the Mistral Straight at 288k an hour.
Wow. Okay.
So they're moving down the straight.
So we're talking some serious pace here, Jamie.
Yeah, and already Vaughan Martin shared with Turner and another Ferrari, and then Hunter and the BMW, Sean, all on 285k an hour terminal.
Yep.
Top speed down the straight there. So, look, talk on the street was earlier in the week, as I think they can get away with a fair bit of wing taken off of these things. But yeah, BOP-wise, well at work here this week, because yeah, there's certainly the Ferraris. You and I talked a little bit about and Rusty last week about the Ferraris and maybe the lack of previously, and they look good tonight. They look speedy. They look relatively stable through some of the high speed stuff. So you can see how some of the Ferraris go, and I'm particularly looking at the likes of Martin. I saw a good time out of Darren Green earlier. He was up there just in front of Jordan Moss in official practice there towards the back end. So, and
also, sorry to interrupt there, Wadsworth in a Ferrari as well tonight.
Yeah, Jacob was doing really well as well.
Yep. So it might be a Ferrari night. Look, we are in qualifying with the Pro-Ams and the Ams out there at the moment. This is going to wrap up for these guys pretty well straight away. Another one in a Ferrari, and one to watch, and one that's been exciting to watch so far over the last 3 rounds, J-Man. Oh, and Mitch Campbell, J-Man. We can't go past Mitchy Campbell. And yeah, look, always like a dog with a bone. Or what is it? A truffle pig?
So. Yeah. Truffle pig's out there, and he'll go well tonight in those. But look, I think certainly. We just see Riley Price. That's a big competitor there for the likes of Steve Melling and Timmy Nash there. Poke it up to the top on a 54.615. So he broke that next second barrier into the 54s, which is a very, very good lap from Riley. Sorry to interrupt you there after that little bit of a chat around those speedy pros, but yeah, obviously the back end, I believe, still got Martin on a lap, and he's a few tenths up. Obviously the pros just cycling up at the moment. Shields puts it into P2. He drops Timmy
Green, J-Man, Danny Green.
Yeah, Darren Green.
Green. Second up on his time there, pops him into provisionally 6 as we start to see the Pro Boys roll out. J-Man, very short qualifying here, so these guys don't get a lot of time to find a bit of clear track. Not maybe so hard for the Pro-Am and the Am guys, but obviously with the Pro Boys, look, as I think we just picked up on Mitchy Haas here, and look, in a train of 3 cars here. So look, obviously these guys sort of really got to, get out of their warm up lap a little bit and just back off and just try and find that clear space to get a good banker in before they move forward in what is only a little under 5.5 minutes left to go. So a lot to think about here.
Yeah, there is a lot to think about, and look, I just picked up on the 585 car of Shane Fodado, and he was actually really looking for some good track space, and albeit he got it, I think very, very quickly, he had one of the other OES cars ranging up on him through turn 13 turns here in this circuit.
Oh, and just a quick mention to Shane Fodado, carrying the MATCHFIT livery Mustang, so all kudos.
I wasn't going to say anything.
Oh, well, look, I will. So, fantastic looking car, well presented, MATCHFIT plastered all over it, obviously, with J-Man and Davo's mugs plastered all over the door. But look, J-Man, maybe the Mustang might be, for want of a better word, a dark horse here tonight. You know, like we know how fast that thing is in a straight line.
I tell you, if you're talking about right up the pointy end for the pros, I think there's going to be another one of these arm wrestles between Kosa, Rees, Antoon, Kale, Chan, and obviously Holiday put his name in the mix as well. But you can't ride off the likes of Campbell, Macrolos, Stewie Aerosmith, you know, T-Fam. T-Fam's had that thing I've heard wound up to consistent 53, mid-53s all week. We saw some good 52s at official practice. So, I don't know. I feel like it's, you know, it's a 40-minute race. They're going to press on these tyres pretty hard.
For sure.
They do have to change a set. They have got 2 qualifying sessions and effectively, you know, 2 races. And in those 2 races, they do got to stop and recycle some tyres. So there's no question about recycling tyres. It's a factor. And, you know, once the old mate JB gets in and cuts in and has a bit of a chat, I'm sure he'll have plenty to say about it. He's the guy in the booth tonight that we've got to mention has spent more time inside the last 12 to 18 months behind the wheel of one of these things, and he'll give a really, really cool insight as to at what level these cars and drivers are operating to around a circuit like this tonight. So really, really interested just to hear what JB's got to say tonight.
Oh, absolutely, J-Man. As we see the usual suspects start to sneak up to the top of the leaderboard: Steve Rees, Phil Antoon, Rick Chan, Ethan Kale, Kosar, T-Fam, Mitch Campbell, we mentioned already, Shane Faraday, Stu Aerosmith, all starting to set some indicative times. We've also got Geordie the Boss Moss in the Race Command car in the 777 McLaren, major sponsor there by Race Command. Thank you very much, guys. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how he goes tonight. Really hasn't featured a hell of a lot so far in the season, but maybe this is the place, this is the time for Geordie Moss.
Yeah, absolutely. And good to have some of our members tuning in. Very, very consistent attendance by Warren Baker. So I'm just going to shout out to Warren Baker for, I really love the fact that he tunes in every week, has a little bit of a chat. Keep it up. Viewers, if you do want to
good on you, Warren,
question up or you know, get involved with the stream as far as interaction with the comms team, and look, if you want to see something or hear something, just let us know. We're here basically to provide the entertainment. So by all means, chime in and let us know who you're supporting. And Warren's just mentioned I'm on the T. Have a good one, fellas. Are you on the T-Fam train, or is that you're on the T, or are you on the tonic and there's something with it?
Yes, and also welcome, obviously, we got Matty Cook in there as well, and a couple of the drivers piping up before they went out on track already, obviously, Shane and,
I've got a tip code
Steve.
for Shane Faraday, Dave.
Yeah.
I have. Less sideways, Shane.
Well, that could be difficult for Shane, because you know how he likes to be sideways, so...
Speaking of Jamie Kosa in that Ferrari, up there on a 52.6, I think I saw him go as good as a 52.4 or maybe 52 something, maybe 5, but I feel like it was a 4. Just trying to get a read. Now, he has got the top speed, 287 k an hour versus Steve Rees's Aston Martin at 279. So, big difference on the top speed there. So,
big difference.
And making all the speed in the corner.
Absolutely, and we just saw Kosa with a big wriggle at the end of the straightaway there, into the right-hander there, so he's pushing it right to the limits, J-Man, to hit those top speeds. Yeah, so here we go. Kosa a little bit down on his time, and Toon a little bit. And Toon is coming, absolutely, in the killer Honda, and here he is. This will be his last lap. Runs across the start-finish line, puts it
front row.
Yeah, pops it up in front of Steve Rees there.
Ben Collins, not the Stig. He's coming though. What's he got?
In one of the Astons.
What's he got? What's he carrying, Davo? Is he around
He's-
about
oh,
2.5 tenths?
He's got about a quarter of a
Okay.
second up his sleeve there. Bled a little bit off in that little last complex, a little flip-flop there. But, yeah, it's still working the Aston hard, but definitely lost a little bit of pace in the back half of the lap. We still got Tony Spence up on his lap as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Hunter still up and out on track and up on his lap, which might, I don't think it'll even sneak him up a position, but yeah, will better his lap time.
Who was that, mate? Oh, Tony Spence?
Yeah, oh no, that was Hunter, but yeah, we got eyes on Spence at the moment as he just runs down across the start-finish line, J-Man. So a small gain for Spence. Hunter bleeding some speed off towards the end of the session there, J-Man, and that I would say is that is a wrap there for Q1. Race 1 here for Asrnz's 2024 GT3 Series 2. It is round 4, and as you can see on the screen there, we are at Paul Ricard. We are going to thank MATCHFIT Entertainment again for sponsoring and broadcasting the series, and of course Race Command for keeping the wheels and the cogs well oiled to keep all this stuff running super smoothly here tonight for round 4. J-Man, the usual suspects up the pointy end. No surprises there. Kosa, Antoon, Rees, Chan, Ethan Kale, Frodo, Pham, Haas, Aris Smith, and Collins rounding out the top 10.
It's a stack 10 for sure. It's a stack 10. Pay no attention to the fact that some of these guys are probably down a little bit. They just maybe not didn't get their lap in. I think there was potential for maybe. I think we did have a driver that was starting for. I'm not sure if they're on board, but however, race, quali cars are different to race cars. We know that, but we do know that potentially the front 7. Or could be even the top 10 will race at a very similar pace to what you've just seen. However, Davo, we've got an opportunity to have a quick look at some points as being round 4 in it.
We do.
To shape up. So wouldn't mind starting at page 1 and just having a little bit of a squiz.
Oh, that's not the right one. Let's see if we can find the right one. That's the right one. There you go, guys.
Yeah, so first up, we do have, as mentioned, that we do have Steve Rees. I've just lost my graphics, but I'll just blow your one up. That's fine. Steve Rees up the top end of the town, 583 points over Phil Antoon on 577 over Shane Frodo. So that's the top 3. So very, very good result there, considering Shane, to my recollection, is actually still racing out of the silver class, and then Vic Chan in there in P4, Mitchie Campbell in 5th, Matty Dayton, and then Stu Aerosmith in a really, really tight battle for 6th and 7th. And then not too far adrift, you've got that Jordan Moss car in there with Sam Carson and John Carter. Now that rounds out the 10, and that's super, super close, given that we've just come out of a round that paid half points for the first 2 races and then full points for the second. Obviously, these ones here paying full points. And then I just want to pick on a little bit further down the list. Now, this battle here, take a look at that battle from P14 to P16. So that's Riley Price, Damian Jones, a.k.a. Jarkus, and
Steve
Melling.
Yep.
Yeah, representing any oil brand he can get his hands on these days, but he's doing a fantastic job of it. Formerly out of the Castrol family for a long time.
He's been involved with every oil manufacturer apart from CBD oil, so that might be next. Who knows?
It could be. But, hey, look, that's a great battle. And if I drop down, not that far down, a good, maybe 58 points down, Timmy Nash and Danny Kim. Now, we saw that battle with Tim Nash and Ford Martin a few weeks back. That was a great one. So moving on from there, I think probably if we got okay, so we look at the Nev Shields, Kenny Simpson, Louis Van Deventer, Phil Turner defending champ battle there that rolls down from 20th to 24th. That's another really hot contested battle for that AM title. But silver class, I'll just jump back up to that. Shane Fotterdo does have a commanding lead over that 551 points over Stewie Arrowsmith at 485. So that might squeeze up a little bit as the season goes on, or potentially maybe classifications change, because Shane is certainly playing in the realms of the pros at the moment. So there'll be a few eyebrows raised between the likes of Arrowsmith, Moss, Carson and Carter, saying, hey, this is where the silver fight is, buddy. Come back here, or otherwise pack your bags. But anyway, they'll sort it out.
I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will, J-Man, as we get back to the action. I think the boys are just rolling around now for their formation lap. Yes, they are.
Yeah. Evening, Matty Dayton. Shame not to see you on track, mate. Hopefully that back sorts itself out, mate. You know you're getting old when your back goes out more than you do, pal. So hopefully you get that sorted and we see you back out on track soon.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, tough gig. And look, these days with the high level of competition and direct drive wheels, J-Man, yeah, a little bit of a twinge in the back can disable you somewhat in a race like this. So, yeah, understandably, he'll need some rest. And I'm sure we'll be back next week as we see the boys rolling out, doing a bit of warm-up of the tyres, a little bit of brake, bit of tyre weaving. And there's that long straight, as you can see, that train of cars just rolling down that huge back straight there before they tip into this right-hander super quick corner. And then it all gets twisty again, like it is in Sector 1. So it's like Sector 1, big complex of corners. Sector 3, big complex of corners. And it's like Sector 2, it's just this drag race down the back straight. So
yeah, they almost could do with a bit of MotoGP technology in there, like a squat device coming out of there and just let it all hang out. Hey, look, great job from Phil Lantoon, OK Maverick and the Honda, because sort of watching the earlier laps, he was there or thereabouts, but it did feel like that the Cosa Ferrari and the Reese Aston looked like they might have had that edge on that raw speed, but Mav's done Maverick things, and he's put himself on the front row, so he'll go out there and challenge Jamie, and this is going to be an absolute scorcher of a battle up the front, and we will do our level best to keep up with Silver.
Absolutely, J-Man. If last week's got anything to go by, it was crazy. The top three very close together as these guys all warmed up, ready to go. We are about to go green on Asrnz's 2024 GT3 Series 2 Round 4 at Ricard. Kosar, Antoon, Reese, Tan, Kale, Fotterdo, Bam, Haas, Arrowsmith and Collins. We've got a green. Antoon with a great jump. And who's that in behind him? Reese also. No, that's Chan, is it? That's Chan in the Bentley on the outside. It looks like he might get this done here, Jay. Oh, very close. It looks like Fotterdo coming with in the background as well. Reese and Fotterdo. T-Fam defending. T-Fam defending. Absolutely. And Chan trying to move forward there. Backed up a little bit. Now, he's got the rest to deal with. Haas, side by side. That's Mitchy Campbell there. I said watch Mitchy Campbell in the Ferrari. So nice work there. We've seen Moss drop a couple of positions. We've seen Jarks drop a couple of positions as well. So a little bit of elbows out early in the race here.
You're Melling on the move in the Mustang down the back straight. He's just trying to
size on Moss. Like that's Jordan Moss there.
So he's looking for a bit of side draft. You can just see them just trying to get a little bit closer to each other as they head up the back straight here, up the Mistral straight. So Steve-O right on there. He'll get out of the break, just out of the
Ever the gentleman, J-Man. Collins has gone back in position. Haas has gone back in position. All these positions would have changed hands at the back end of that straight there, as we see Campbell really getting pressure now from Haas already. This is lap 1, and it's on already, J-Man.
Yeah, Collins gone back 3 spots. Haas has gone back 3 spots.
Nash back a spot as well, and Jacques to Vaughan Martin as well.
But Carso's the big loser. Him and Riley Price on lap 1. They've gone back 18 and 16 spots respectfully. So that went incredibly. We missed something on cams there, but look, they'll try and work their way forward. And then obviously Aaron Enright, I think, did start from pit lane as per maybe a pre-race carryover infringement from last week.
Absolutely, quite possibly. We just see Mav there, or Phil
really
Antoon, just moving some cones out of the way there. Not quite in the right spot for his line into 1 there. So just getting those out of the road. But Antoon, I don't think is going to get rid of Kosa. Arrowsmith past Fam, or is he? This is still going on. That is Carter tucked in behind there as well. One of the OES cars. And it is, oh no, that's Mitch Campbell, should I say.
Yeah, sizing up T-Fam. So Mitchie with a great start to this race, but what Stewie go with?
So a little bit of exchange here. We'll just pick it up on a really quick 15-second replay here, guys. And, oh, nice tidy stuff. And Mitch just slotting himself in there.
Oh, look at Aerosmith. He's tucked in there as well. They're all hanging up.
Oh,
John
look,
Carter
it's 4
with
wide.
Yes, run.
It's 4 of them. Look at this. Down into that. Oh. And that's Haas. That's Haas in the background.
Haas is the only guy that actually
He's got Carter.
Pass and all of that.
Yeah. Crazy stuff. Lap 2 here. So, obviously, clearly a very bunched field. Fam and Campbell. Fam is going to have his work cut out to defend Campbell. Campbell very hungry, and Arrowsmith will want to go with Mitch there, I would suspect, Jay.
Yeah, and an update too. Obviously, I mentioned Riley Price having a bit of a shocker at the start of that one, down 11 positions, but it relinquishes that battle for the Pro-Am class to be Tim Nash and Steve Melling. We've seen these guys go at it before, and they are first and second in class, which is effectively 16th, 17th outright. So that's going to be a great battle going on. We did see Melling putting some pressure on Jordan Moss. However, Nash has got in between him and Moss now, so I'll keep my eye on that, viewers, and that will be one that'll carry on. But hey, look, Kosa up the front has bridged the gap back to Antoon as we go back to Mitchie Campbell, putting all sorts of pressure back on T-Pan.
Oh, yeah, no mucking around from Campbell. Look, and just a little bit of a bump off the right hand inside, ever so slightly. Didn't really affect his progress too much. Well, he's lost a couple of car lengths at least. But, yeah, Arrowsmith not close enough to take advantage. So, holds position. What's going on in the background there? Is that Carter and Makalos? Where is Makalos? There he is.
He's behind Carter, and he's actually got the company of Tony Spence and Ben Collins. Now, Ben Collins was one of the cars that went back a few spots off the start of that race. So, I think he's got car pace, and we're about to see what this BMW's got as far as terminal speed. And here it comes on the back of Macrolos's Audi. It'll be a little too late, won't have anything with it. I think Haas up the road was a little closer as far as anything toward a pass. But look, line of as they tip into that right-hander there. Yeah, cones go flying.
Haas, cones go a flying. But yeah, Haas definitely had a good run on Arrowsmith there. J-Man, what are you seeing?
Sorry, I'm just watching Reese and Tail going.
Reese exchange, yes, definitely, J-Man.
Yeah, so that's heated up, and that's just taken a tiny little bit of pressure off the Bentley of Vic Chan. The beautifully presented 333 Bentley that was our livery winner this season. So good to see that thing up the pointy end again.
Yes, and we saw it up the pointy end last week as well, didn't we, mate? How was the runners in the final race nose to tail for the whole race? I think there was at least the top 3, maybe the top 4. Spectacular stuff to watch. We see these guys run pretty close together. week in, week out, but like really close last week. So very, very nice to watch. Mitch Campbell still trying to apply the pressure to Fam. Looks like his tyres are equalised a little bit, or maybe Mitch's just had a bit of a meltdown back there, but now
He's right back on him, I think.
he is right back on him. And notably, they've moved away from Asrnz, so obviously the pace from Fam and Campbell's car maybe just a smidge quicker than what's going on behind. Reese and Kale here. Watch this.
Yeah, that's going on. And Reese has pulled out of the draft already. Look, I honestly felt like that was a lift from Kale then.
And he's let him through.
That looked like a definite lift of the throttle. Said, look, you can have it. I'll go with you. Let's go and chase Vic Chan down.
Yeah.
But Mitchy Campbell right on T-Fam as they tip it into the right hand. He was super, super close there. He's still there. He's looking for an inside move. He's got some overlap. They do it super cleanly. They've got to come back the other direction. T-Fam's still going to live there. Breaks a little earlier. Mitch runs wide. Looks for a cutback. Can he get the switch back here? Get the power down.
Good racing here, J-Man. And look at it, slightest bit of overlap that Mitch is trying to hold there.
Oh, this is fantastic from these two.
Disciplined racing from both of these guys. T-Fam
Mitch,
not handing that position over lightly, was he, mate? We might see if we can pick up on a bit of a replay of that as well, eh?
Well, we'll replay that one. And while we're just flicking to that, I think the next one we'll go for after that will be Aerosmith ask Carter Macrolos. But anyway, back to the replay, David.
So yeah, just picking up at the beginning of that from the chopper there, and like I mentioned, Fam really not wanting to let that go. I think he feels he has the pace of Mitch Campbell tonight, and yeah, really push back on that pass. We will get back to, like you mentioned, Asrnz, Haas, and Carter.
Yeah, Carter Haas, and I just take this moment. It's been so frantic in this opening 9 odd minutes, or 8.5, 9 minutes. Just want to shout out, if you're missing the dulcet tones of our good friend Rusty Shackelford, he's just away for the week, and we wish him well. And
oh, Rusty, we miss you, Rusty.
Yeah, thinking about Rusty, and we're waiting for our wingman JB. Just to sort his technical issues out, and he'll be champ, and he would have already wanted to weigh in on this already.
On what's going on. Oh yeah, because there is plenty going on at the moment. Still early stages, like we mentioned. Fourth lap in. Who is that? Extremely wide. That might have been Macrolos, J-Man. Let's just see what happened there. At the end of the straightaway, in the Audi, big wriggle, grabs it up. Goes off track, but that was Carter also, I think. Oh no, so maybe Spence or Carter in front. Which one's the orange and black McLaren there?
That'll be Kale.
So.
I know you're talking about a bit further back, aren't you?
No, a bit further forward. It's Carter. So Carter went off with Macrolos, in front of Macrolos. Both of them extremely wide, J-Man, and quite possibly picking up maybe a little bit of a penalty there for their efforts. Back into Haas's car though, on Asrnz. Maybe it's that why Asrnz is off the Fam Campbell battle, because he's got so much to think about with that green McLaren just breathing down his neck at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. G'day, Coyle. Good to have you on board. Absolutely. And hey, just a bit further up the road too, Steve Reese, after making that pass on Ethan Kale a lap and a half ago, hands caught the back of Vic Chan, 0.2 is the margin. We're about to see what Bentley's got versus the Aston up the back straight.
Mate.
I'll try and give you a read on the speed track. So.
Well, look, I'll tell you one thing. That Aston at the hands of Steve Reese is lightning. No matter the top speed, and he's definitely in the draft here.
Yeah, plateaued out at 283, and he's just going to sit there. And I just want to give yourself and the viewers a stat out there from the speed trap that we've just read. Now, Phil Antoon's leading the race at the moment by about 1.4 seconds. However, 285 is the top speed for that Honda. Jamie Cosa's Ferrari, fastest car down the speed trap, already at 291 kilometres an hour. So,
okay, I will just jump away from that Vic Chan Reese battle as we see position change from Huss and Aerosmith. See if we can pick it up here. Out of the back of Aerosmith's car, we see Huss clearly gets the draft.
Yeah, he does.
Down the back straight. Aerosmith, gentlemanly like, moves, just gives him only just enough space to sneak through. And it's all done and dusted. And as always, they still have Spence and Carter tucked in behind, with Makalos and Moss not too far behind. So plenty going on here, guys.
Yeah, and quietly Steve Melling has obviously got Brad Robertson sneaking up and behind him. But he had been starting to apply the pressure to Timmy Nash too. So these guys getting familiar out on track week by week at the moment, and proving that they're quite happy to go racing with each other. As is, I think, Riley Price, when he's not doing freakishly fast things in that class. He's there, but certainly also we've seen another pass here. Who was that? That's Spence.
Oh, that's Spence going backwards.
And there's somebody else with him. I just saw somebody in the back of shot.
Okay, it's just showing Spence on my screen. J-Man will pick up on a quickie replay. Oh, it is contact, actually, with blue BMW, maybe?
Okay, so that looks like the Hunter BMW, the Bill Stein car, was it?
Possibly. It might have been the Mustang, actually.
No, it's the Hunter car, I think, mate.
So, yes, a little bit of contact there. We need to get back up the pointy end here, J-Man, because Reed's still on 10.
Yeah,
and
he's just sizing him up.
He is definitely sizing the Bentley up. Just trying to find, like you said, sizing him up. He's just looking for the weak spot here. Melling on Nash.
Got him.
Now, we did call this only moments ago. So we'll just pick up on the replay of this too. Nash wide at the end of the straight here. Melling's just like, yeah, no worries, mate. I'll take that position for you. Yeah. You just left there. So,
nice. So that battle's not done. And look who's ranging up. It's the 227 car, the OG Asrnz car. And Nash wide.
Yep.
Nash wide. Just got a Brad Robinson's just going to threaten there.
Oh, now he's all awkward and all flying.
Jarks will have a run here. Look at that. That is the Spence car coming in for his official
into the pit stop.
Now, we'll give you a bit of an update on the pits.
You did call an early pit stop earlier
Lots
at the beginning.
Movement, mate. Yeah, Martin,
okay.
Vaughan Martin, Carson and co all coming in and all hovering around that 32 seconds seems to be the optimum stop. But Ben Collins, not the Stig, definitely one of the quickest out there at the moment at 32 seconds on the Jacks, 106 outright. And then we see a run of sort of 34s and 35s from the likes of Carson, Martin, Simpson and co. I think one of the longest stops we've seen was the Sean Hunter one, so that was a 53-second stop. Not sure what that was about, but however, Tony Spence, I'll give you a read on Spence coming in. This will be an official stop here. Obviously, compulsory CPS for tyres here tonight in both races. See Spence,
so it is
Jacks at 32.
There you go, 32 for Spence, as we just see Rees take Chan. Look, Chan really had nothing for him. We will pick up a quick replay of that. At the end of the straight there, had some overlap. Got it done this time, J-Man, and Vic just giving him that just enough space to slip an Aston Martin through. And on they go. Plenty going on. Makalos on Carter, and Nash has just lost a couple of positions to Robinson and Jarkus as well. So that's a good little mid-pack we're just looking at there with Jordan Moss, Steve Melling, Jarks, and Brad Robinson currently, what is that, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th respectively from those boys. So yeah, nice work.
At super tight battles. Talking to tight battles, the front two, Phil Antoon, Jamie Kosa, separated by about 1.1, 1.2 seconds, but it's the trade-offs on the time that I've been watching. So they've both been just banging it out 53s and 54s, and when we talk about 54s, we're talking about 54 zeros. Otherwise, they are in that mid 53 second range.
Yep.
35s to 53 sevens. So they're just trading at the moment as Phil Antoon super wide as he comes onto the big back Mistral straight. He was well out, was a definite track cut there.
So pushing hard, pushing, J-Man. We'll just pick up the
Look
replay.
at
Oh,
Kosa.
so he got a bit of inside curb, actually. We just pick it up on the replay of that, and really threw the Honda wide. And like you mentioned, he couldn't afford to back off, could he, with Kosa so close, and would have easily picked up a track infringement there.
And it cost him anyway. You look at the margin now.
Yeah, well, look at it.
Kosa's right on him. You know, he's literally enough. Now he's under the wing. He's going to have the draft. And like I mentioned, terminal speed 285 for that Honda, plays 291 for that Ferrari. So if he's
that's a big chunk.
Next lap round, he'll be right looking for a pass.
Yeah, but look at Antoon there. Just a couple of corners there after we just focus the cameras back on him there, and already gets a bit of a gap. So class act from Antoon, as we would suspect, as always. So yeah, awesome work. We will thank our sponsors once again. We will thank Asrnz for their 2024 GT3 Series 2. We will thank MATCHFIT Entertainment and Race Command for oiling the cogs here at Asrnz and keeping everything running smooth. Please like and subscribe, ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you're watching. Hit the notifications too if you want to keep up with everything that's going on. We're streaming the ESO stuff, the ASA stuff, the hardcore stuff. It's all going on, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, hit the notifications, like and subscribe, and keep up with everything MATCHFIT. J-Man, who are we on?
Yeah, look, I was watching Antoon Kosa, but Antoon's run through effectively the last two corners out onto the back straight, I think is going to save him enough. But look at the pace that this Ferrari comes with: 286, 7, 8, 9, 90, 91, 292.
It's
and
amazing,
it gets out of the throttle. It's got so much pace on board, and if he can be just a little closer as they exit onto the straight there, he will be right in this. But Mitchy Campbell now starting to make inroads of what was a good start. Starting to make some inroads into Shane Fodado now. And then also still stuck on this battle with Damien Jones and Steve Melling.
Oh, so Jones, Robinson and Melling, yes.
Yep. That's a great battle. That is an epic battle.
And look, you can clearly see them, all cars in shot at one time there. So only a couple of tenths between Jacques and Melling. Only 4 tenths, and it's a lot closer than that now from Jacques to Melling. Look at that.
Yeah, he's right on him. So that's interesting just to see where the Lamborghini's working against the Mustang. We've commentated since the release of this Mustang into ACC. It makes so much of its power early on.
The torque, isn't it? It's just, just tucks the nose up again as we see Aerosmith duck into the pitch, J-Man.
Yep, and now Kosa, incredibly close. They're coming through the section now. He's closer than he was a lap before. Can he stick with
This is where he needs to do it, isn't it?
Oh, this is where he needs to be there. But you can just see Antoon's change of direction there from the right to the left is so good. It just gives him enough. But Kosa is closer this lap.
Not close enough, J-Man. It's just not. I'm looking over the back wing of Antoon's car.
Look at the closing distance, though. Look at the closing speed.
Does get him down the back end here. Oh, but it's just a little bit too late. And like you mentioned, J-Man, Phil's exit off that corner onto the straightaway is critical, isn't it, for the Honda? Because if that Ferrari was 3 car lengths closer, mate, he was gone.
Oh, 100%. And now Robinson threatening on the Lamborghini of Damien Jones too.
So yeah, that battle, I can see that battle running all the way through this 40-minute race. That is already over halfway through, J-Man. It has been so exciting for the first, oh God, it's 21 minutes. And I've only just taken a breath. It's awesome stuff going on here. Plenty going on throughout the field. Oh, my Delta flashes Mitch Campbell, Shane Fronado, J-Man.
Yeah, that's definitely alive. So I was just trying to look through the stats to see who was what. Mitchie Haas is the first of the official pit stoppers, racing out of 21st position. There's a little bit too much up the road to know how far off he is from battling with maybe potentially, I think, probably T-Fam John Carter I'm picking. Mitchie Campbell, T-Fam John Carter's maybe somewhere where he's looking to come in. He made that early stop, had a lot of fresh air. So as you were with Fronado and Mitchie Campbell still going at it.
Awesome.
So once again, here we go. Ferrari on Mustang up the straight. Mitchie right underneath the wing here. A lot closer than what we saw Kosa on Antoon's Honda. Here he comes, ranging up already. Looks like he's got a run that's going to be good enough. Shane stays down the middle. Mitchie straight away to the inside. I think he's going to get this done. I won't suspect there's anything the Mustang can do about this other than maybe cut back down underneath him.
Oh, yeah, and a big wriggle from the Ferrari, J-Man.
Can Mitchie tuck it down here?
And full commitment from Fronado into the first of the apexes there in that double right. And literally gives it back to him. So very, very close stuff. We might even see if we can get the boys to rewind that one. Let's have a look.
Yeah, well worthy of a replay, that one.
As we see there, the Ferrari just ducking past the Ferrari, running a little bit wide. And the Mustang running wide. Actually, I think I called that the opposite way round. But either way, you can see what's going on, ladies and gentlemen. And that was a quality pass there.
And Antoon in the pits too. Dave, I didn't want to interrupt you there, but yeah, Antoon in the pits to make his official pit stop. So he'll be looking for a 32 and gone. Obviously.
Well, he needs it. Oh, it's milling it super sideways off the final corner. And is allowed. I think Jacques got out. I think Jacques got out of it just to stay off the back of the Mustang, and it's allowed Robinson through. Milling's lucky he didn't lose it. Lose that position to both of them. Lose two positions, should I say? Yeah.
Yeah. Antoon with the 32, second stop. So
oh yeah, cool. He needed all of that. Yep, definitely.
So
Robinson now on Melling. Melling, he's going to be working for it now. J-Man, is this when he just thinks, oh, too much traffic, let's duck into the pits? What do you think Steve Melling's strategy would be? What would he be thinking right now?
Pretty smart dude, mate. I guarantee that he knows who he's racing, and he'll see that silver box beside Brad Robinson's name to say that he's racing out of the silver class, and his battles with Damien Jones, and albeit he'd like to have that car in between them, he probably won't get too involved with Brad Robinson as far as the battle's concerned.
As we wind down to the back of the straight here, J-Man, and here's the overlap. Or is there? No, there's not. Robinson gets out of it. Oh, Robinson very sideways as well as he ducks into there. I just got to pick up on the Smith, Shields, Nash battle as well, J-Man. Very similar to what's going on directly in front of them with Jacques Robinson and Melling. So the mid-pack is hot as usual, as we would expect here. J-Man. Yeah, oh, and there's the move from Smith on the inside in the Aston Martin.
Fields. Yep.
So nice work.
Yeah, beautiful pass there.
Also, Carter. Oh no, that's actually Carter just ducking into the pits. Lane. Yeah. So Mossy through. Oh, we've got to get back to what's going on here. What's going on? Oh, that's Melling into the pits as well. So that's put Robinson v. Carter, v. Robinson.
And who was that? Was that Tim Nash coming now?
Yeah, so that's...
Pit stop. Steve Melling's had an absolute shocker. He's reversing up in the pit lane. He's missed his box. Didn't see it.
Let's see if we can pick up a replay. Oh, no, he has too. Totally missed it.
He still hasn't found it, mate. He's calling out, where's my boys?
He's going, I'm sure I booked this service in.
Yeah. Oh, who was that going backwards? That was John Carter looking for a pit stop. He's been disqualified from the race from going up pit lane the wrong way.
Oh,
so
Oh, okay. Oh, look at him backing up now. So maybe it didn't clear his compulsory pit stop. Thought he might just back it in and have another crack at it. I don't think that's the way it works, Johnny boy. So,
And
plenty of...
Melling's left the lane without clearing his official, so something's gone incredibly wrong there. If
Oh,
I was
no.
a brave man, I'd go and grab him and talk to him, but I don't think I will
No,
right
it's
now.
probably not better to talk to either of those boys just at the moment. Hey, man.
Jones on Robertson.
Jones on Robinson and gets it done in the Lambo. We will get a replay on that one.
Warren Baker called it. He just mentioned maybe a minute before those guys started peeling off the pit stop. He said pit stops might come into play. Well, they certainly will for John Carter and Steve Melling. That's a shocker for those two.
Oh, yeah, tough gig. The 1%ers, we're always talking about it. We've got T-Fam and Frodo in the pit lane as well, J-Man.
Hey boys, we just got to come back into the booth. We've got some comms on. Can you hear me?
Welcome aboard, JB viewers. Welcome
got-
to JB, one of the MATCHFIT family.
We've one of the OG MATCHFIT family. We've got him wired up and he's good to go. You've been watching the race there.
Yes, absolutely. I've been keeping up to date with it, and look, what we are seeing is the pit stops, like you've just mentioned, are unfolding, and aren't they spicing it up? And this is when the mistakes absolutely creep in, and
You know
we've
it.
just seen that. Never seen it before. The John Carter going backwards in the pits.
Oh,
No, that's a bit of a shocker. What do you reckon's happened there with Carter and Steve Melling? They've come in and, we might find a little bit more post-race job, but, potential that they've both missed the box.
Well, I think absolutely that they've they've stopped for whatever reason.
Sorry to cut in, guys. Haas, T-Fam, Frodo are going to be incredibly close on pit exit.
let's have a look at this.
That's the thing, though. The mistakes do creep in at pit lane, and that's why the pit stops are so crucial.
Yeah, 100%. And, you used to get the title Mr. 1%er, John Boy, because you used to do the pit stop so very, very well. It was, very calculated. A second loss is certainly a harder second to lose than it is to gain out on track. So you got to get those small things right. As we just see, is that Ethan Cale coming into pits? Mitch Campbell just rounds him up. He was actually starting to get quite close to Cale. But Cale in, try and get an update statistically on the pits. That 32 seconds and 105 is the magic mark for an efficient tyre stop here, JB. A few 34s and 35s in there. However, talk to us about, the gains or maybe losses you've seen about from the early stoppers.
Well, I've just picked up that with Antoon stopping from the lead of the race, and he's sitting back in 13th now, I did notice that he did fall back into a bit of lap traffic there that he was having to deal with. And I look at Jamie up in the lead, and he's just in clear air with, blue flags, cars getting way by. So I think with the state that Kosa was all over the back of him earlier, we're going to see a lead change after Phil Antoon pits. I think Jamie's
after Kosa pits.
Yep. After Kosa pits,
Yep.
I think just with the traffic that Antoon has had to deal with. However, Kosa's going to have to get his tyres back up to temp, and he's gone a lot longer. But I think it's a good play from Jamie, doing what he's doing.
The one good thing for Kosa is he's actually hit his mark, which a couple of boys haven't already. And these are the 1%ers we talk about. So that will be an interesting fight to watch. Makalos back in the mix as well. Wilton in the pit lane at the moment, J-Man.
Yeah, 9/10 of a second was the difference last lap round between the two cars that you were mentioning, JB. So Kosa was on a
3-3.
No,
3-7, sorry.
he was on a 3-9 versus Antoon's 3-0. So there was about 9/10 the difference. However, don't ever underestimate Steve Rees, who's effectively was running out of third position because he has just banked 54.0 that last one. But he's still got some car pace on. Did fall off the back of Kosa in this stint. He's about 4 point something, maybe 3.8, 4.3 off the back, but still a factor. So Antoon, Kosa, I think you're right. Look at that. Antoon having to round up Darren Green coming through the back sector of the track. Probably put him down a half a second. So it's those little things you talk about, fresh air versus traffic, John Boyd.
Yeah, absolutely. And these are the things that are happening. The driver, it's going to frustrate them because, you know, they've pitted for the better tyre. They've felt the pressure from the car behind them when they get out of it just to clear the head. And then they run into another whole set of problems with the cars. I wouldn't have thought they would have run into the traffic with such a big lap like this and the cars being spread out. But, yeah, traffic certainly has played a bit of a factor here.
Try and get a read on the stop from Mitchie Campbell there. He's just completed his official pit stop and come back out.
Losing a position to Kale, yep. Is that right? Yep.
Look, no, he didn't lose it. He actually,
oh no,
he was actually close to Kale when Kale came into the pit stop. He was actually really close. I'll be interested to see what that margin is once this shakes out, maybe 2 laps time.
Yep.
Because he was probably within maybe a second and a half when they came in, looking to me more like sort of 3.5 to 4 seconds. So maybe net gain from the early stop from Kale. So maybe the undercut working here. And I think when we look at the likes of Melling has completed his pit stop now, but look what that's done to him. It's dropped him all the way down to 28th. Remembering that Melling was battling with Jarkus, who hasn't stopped. And he's up in P5, so it'll be interesting to see where Jarks finishes up post pit stop, and he's managed to maintain that position that he got over Brad Robertson.
Yeah, so Robertson hasn't pitted as well, so pretty well those guys from Antoon up, I think Smith, Robinson, Jarks, Moss, Tan, Reese, Kosa, they're the boys still out on track. No pit stops, as you can see. Oh, actually, on little totem there, guys. Can you see it on the totem there?
And this is a classic. You know, these guys have got the 3 tyres to work with. So what Jarks and Brad are doing is they're just using all of the tyre for each stint, aren't they? They're saving 1 tyre for quali, get the best out of it, and basically, I would say using it just as a splash tyre at the end.
Yeah.
And doing the damage, because we know that the tyre is good for, you know, around that 60-minute mark anyway. So 40 should be pretty sweet. Gets a nice rest on the big straight.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
It's a smart play. They're just staying, you know, out on the lead lap. They're not dealing with traffic. They're racing themselves. They're enjoying the battle they're in, and really, these two will be enjoying themselves. And you know, Jarks is going really well. I'm really impressed how.
Yeah, for the last couple of rounds, actually, there, JB, that Lambo's been looking pretty hot. So, yeah, like you said, I'm sure he's got the move. He's got the move on him. As we were speaking there, we will just pick up on it. That was a 101 pass there. Just got the run on him at the back end of the straightaway. Jark's just like, yeah, mate. Is yours. These 2 guys, like we just discussed, are going to have to pit stop. So, just
one of these guys will definitely drop into the pits this lap for sure. After that, the lap's too long. They got to go on soon.
Reese Chan in the pits too, boys, as we just saw that beautiful pass there from Brad Robertson. But yeah.
And like you mentioned, Smith, J-Man, I heard you mention Smith's name, just tucked in behind all that going on. So, yeah, he's one of the last to pit as well. I think that's Jones in. Who else we got? We got Chan in and we got Reese in.
Yeah, so those boys came in and expect to see Chan trundle down the lane towards Reese, but Reese will come off the jacks here and probably just drop out in front of Chan as we see that. Absolutely. Try and get a pick up on the times there. Okay, so 32. So bang on the money with the pit stops there. Very, very accurate into the box and then getting those tyres on and off.
So Jamie Kosa leading the race at the moment. He's, 4 minutes to go. The laps are counting down. Well, the time's counting down. He's just coming up into some back markers now. So I would expect he's going to be pitting this lap because he will catch them, I'd say, on the next one, and it'll be too dangerous for his lap time. So I'd expect him to dive in certainly on this lap now.
Okay, so 55.
No, he's not. He's staying out.
56 seconds that I can see. 56 seconds that I can see that Antoon is behind Jamie Kosa. And what we know is it takes a minute 5 to transit pit lane with your stop. So I think Kosa's got him covered here, good boys. I think you called it, JB.
Yeah, but like I'm just following him now, and he stayed out. And I thought he was going to catch these lapped cars. Like they will be blue flagged, and they'll probably move out of the way. But
Uncle Joe gets
you know,
out.
it's certainly just dangerous territory that you know.
Absolutely, absolutely.
That costs lap speed, lap time. Yeah, so
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I think
the back markers did a great job then.
definitely Smith
Oh,
just
sorry,
back out
Antoon
in traffic.
got it covered.
I think that was Robinson just ducking in as well, and Mossy in the pits as well, boys.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see where Robertson rejoins after his stop with Jarks, because they were line astern when they went in, and Jarks opted to after that move that Brad put him on at the back of the main straight there, the big straight there.
Yeah. Yeah, I think by calculations, Antoon might have this by about 2 seconds. It's going to be super tight on pit exit between Kosa and Antoon once this shakes out, boys. And there'll only be a lap to go.
This is going down to the
Antoon's
wire.
going to have the hot tyres too. He's going to have the warm tyres, so he's going to be the aggressor for sure.
So just let us know when
That's right on the button.
Kosa comes out of the pit lane as we just pick up on Carson on... Oh, is it Carson?
Yeah, Kosa in the lane. You'll need a bang-on pit stop here because Antoon is coming down the big Mistral straight.
Yeah, so Carson on Spence. We've got Jarks on Robinson. And in the background, Turner on Nash. No
Baby.
mucking around here.
Yeah, JB, you talk about the 1% things. I don't know if you picked up on Kosa's pit entry, but he actually came out of the fast lane there, coming through that right-hand kink in the pit lane and just shortcut that there. Is those are the little things that count towards the total time. We've seen the total time for the best guys out there has been 1:04 in and out, including the 32-second stop. Is it those little things there that can equate? He's on the jack, still got around about 5 odd seconds to go before he comes off. Where is Antoon? Kosa off the jacks. Antoon goes through comfortably.
Antoon is through comfortably. Neck gain there. So that traffic he's negotiated at the early stages, he's got through clearly, found the fresh air and used that tyre advantage to make a good gain there. So is there a bit of fall off on the tyre? One thing I haven't heard you talking about is cuts. I don't know how.
Well, we did touch on it a little bit.
Oh, Robertson with a big wiggle allows Jarkus through back into the lap. It was a big unforced wriggle.
We've got cameras on that, J-Man.
The Dr. Pee-Pee.
Just not holding it together there. Runs wide, lets the Asrnz OG Lamborghini sneaks on through there. Nice work. Leader is on the final lap, as you can clearly hear, ladies and gentlemen. As we run down, wind down here. Who's that in the background as well? There's so much going.
I feel for Melling too. He's just got Antoon on the final lap catching up to him. What could have been such a good battle in that Pro-Am class with Steve Melling and Damien Jones and Timmy Nash. And who was that with a late drive-through? That was the Timmy Nash car. So,
oh no!
What an outstanding lap from Reese. This last lap was a 1:52.8.
Yeah, fresh set of tyres on there, and he's into it, trying to chase down Kosa. But Antoon takes the checkers. for the first of 2 races here at round 4 at Paul Ricard. What a fantastic drive. He measured that one nicely, went well earlier than the 2 jokers he was racing. So Kosa comes across in second. Rees, as you mentioned, JB, comes across in third. And then Vic Chan quietly achieving there in fourth over Ethan Cale, Mitchie Campbell, Shane Fodado. T-Fam has a good result over Mitchie Haas, and Stu Aerosmith makes up the 10, Davo.
Yeah, Aerosmith in 10. Nice work from Aerosmith. And then Collins, I think it is, in the Aston Martin. And then Moss.
Moss with a good drive.
Moss with a good drive. Started in 13th, I think. So made a little bit of a gain there. And the boys are still fighting it out at the back of that lap. Still a couple of guys out there. We've got Turner on Nash still going on. We got Davison on green also still going on.
Yeah, so that late drive through for Timmy Nash would have hurt. Now I suspect that was probably what you were talking about. Oh no, it was, yeah, so he's got the 32nd for that as well. So obviously track infringements had to come through. Got a plus 30 on that as well, so that's a painful one at the back end, but it'll be music to the ears of Steve Melling, which it all went incredibly wrong in the pit stops. And yeah, we'll see how we go for time, just to maybe catch up and see what was going on there. But hey, look, we might just quickly jump in and get a quick podium interview with a few of these guys, and we'll start.
Yeah, make it snappy. Let's do this.
Steve Rees in the box. You got us on comms, Steve?
Hey guys, how we doing?
Oh mate, I tell you what, 40 minutes felt like 10 of frantic, mate, and it just went so fast, and you boys were at it solidly. Brilliant race, caught up in some battles, mate, but to give us an insight, how was that for you?
Yeah, it was good. Car felt good. Had some really good pace. I had no grip on the first 2 corners at all. I just, sunk like a stone through the field a little bit, but other than that, really good race. Good fun.
And look, our co-commentator here, John Boy, picked up late in the piece there. What was it, John? A 52.8? Did we see Reese pump through at the back end?
Yeah, 152.8. Steve, you pumped that out with like about 2 laps to the end of the race. There was that fresh set of tyres, and
that was that was the set of tyres that I qualified on. So they're only 3 laps old or whatever, and low fuel. I was just doing whatever I could just in case Jamie had a slow pit stop or something like that. But Phil's Mav's strategy was the winner, I think. But he's burned some tyres doing that, I think. So we'll see what happens.
So will you be qualifying on those tyres again that you just finished the race on?
It might sound a bit sus, but I actually haven't decided yet what I'm doing.
I was going to say he's not going to
get an opportunity, I'm sure, to talk to you again, Steve. So we'll find out maybe post race what the strategy was. But hey, look, well done, another podium, mate. Congrats, and go well on the next one.
Nice work.
Cheers, boys.
Steve Rees, everyone. J-Man, who's next?
We got Jamie Kosa, so we'll just see where Jamie is.
Hopefully we can get these guys. They might have just run away for a quick break. We got a short intermission here between races, so these guys maybe just resetting. Jamie Kosa, have we got you on comms there, mate?
Hey, yes, you do.
Woo, mate, I tell you what, congratulations on another great podium P2 there, mate. But look, good battle there with Phil Antoon. At the start, obviously, you got the jump, and look, you both played alternate strategies, and I thought it was going to be a little bit tight at the back end, but a fantastic race, Jamie. How did you see it from the driver's seat, mate? Went to plan or not quite?
Yeah, thanks, guys. Yeah, to plan. Matt was pretty quick, and I knew pretty early on that looked like he was on a slightly different strategy, maybe less fuel and thinking about something different with the tyres. So I thought, well, I'll stick to my strategy, and if he gets caught up or something like that, then that's a win. But if not, well, then I've benefited for this second race.
Yeah, so you think maybe you're in a better spot for tyres going forward for this next one, mate?
I think so. So I did that whole race on my original qualifying tyre, and then just set for that last lap, and I just trundled around, so I've got 2 freshies ready to go.
Oh, good stuff, mate. We'll go well in the next one. That was super entertaining. And yeah, I think that he certainly looked like maybe a little bit more fresh air at times. But yeah, go well, mate. And this next quali is going to be an absolute ripper.
I will.
Cheers, mate.
Jamie Kosa, everyone. J-Man, last but not least.
Is Phil Antoon. Where is he? Oh, we got to go for Ems because he is a Maverick. And we shall grab him. And cometh the man, cometh the minute on the good strategy. Phil Antoon, AK Maverick, you got us on comms. Look, he's probably refreshing, trying to work out what he's going to do with tyres in this next one.
Rehydrating, J-Man. Look, we'll let Mav do exactly what he needs to do. Thanks for the boys that gave us a little bit of time there. You have just witnessed race 1, round 4 in the Asrnz 2024 GT3 series here at Ricard. Proudly broadcast and brought to you by MATCHFIT Entertainment and the good people at Race Command. J-Man and JB in the comms box here with Davo tonight. We're going to go to a quick intermission. Don't go too far away, ladies and gentlemen. Hit the like and subscribe before you go, and grab a fresh bevy and meet us back here in a moment. Quick intermission. Cue now. back, everybody. I hope you've grabbed a fresh baby. We are back for race 2 here in Asrnz's 2024 GT3 Series 2. It is round 4. We are at Paul Ricard. We've just seen an amazing race 1 from the boys, as I think they just start to file out for qualifying as usual. I'm Davo. We're going to thank MATCHFIT Entertainment and Race Command, but I'm Davo, and we've got J-Man and JB by my side. How you doing, gents? We're back from a quick break.
Yeah, good, Davo. JB, how are you, mate?
Yep, welcome back. That was a good one. Bit of technical problems here, but the boys, they deliver every single time, don't they?
Absolutely. We've got JB all mic'd up now, albeit a little bit late. But look, we got to thank our sponsors, like I just mentioned once again, broadcast and sponsored by MATCHFIT Entertainment and the good people at Race Command. But we've got other stuff going on at MATCHFIT Entertainment. We've got other stuff going on at Asrnz here. And do need to touch on what is going on, and we do have the esports qualifier coming up soon. We've just finished the hot laps stuff, I think. Oh, is it?
That will finish up on
midnight.
Friday.
Midnight tomorrow night, guys. JB, just give us a quick breakdown on what's going on here. Esports NZ and Asrnz.
Yeah, so the top 30 have all registered. They're all into pre-quali now. That's all locked and loaded. The guys, I think, and girls, they have like 1 day left to set their hot lap time. That'll lock them in. They can use any car they want to set that time, and then the top 30 go through. So 14th of September, Red Bull Ring. 2 sprint races, very similar to the format tonight, but in Austria at the Red Bull Ring. That's the 14th of September. That's a points round. And then after that, they'll follow through to a Spa Enduro on the 21st of September. Total points, winner goes to China to represent New Zealand for the esports.
Amazing stuff. And like I said,
2 of them sending through, is it?
2, yep, top male and female.
Yep. And look, fantastic, and obviously proudly, Davo, broadcast by the MATCHFIT Entertainment crew. So that's a pretty special event for us, and yeah, love the support of everybody that does follow along to follow that one. And look, we'll get amongst it, promote it, and I think it'll be a fantastic event.
For sure. Yes, look, big collaboration. From Asrnz, obviously, and the esports guys, and bringing MATCHFIT Entertainment on board to broadcast it all to you live, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, so stick around. The dates, the links will be in the bloody description, so just check that out, ladies and gentlemen. Hit the like and subscribe button. The boys are out on track at the moment. So we will try and get some vision, J-Man.
Yeah, so Jarks looks to be the first out on track. Obviously, the Pro-Am and the Am's out there at the moment. So he is going to register, I believe, the first time out here in that OG. Now, that car's a pretty special car. You get a visual on it. It carries some quotes from the MATCHFIT family.
I think some of them might be a little bit muted, but it's got some old quotes, like I said.
It's not dampened down. They are definitely dampened down, but look, I read the transcript on the car, and it reminds me of Farmer and JB and yourself, Davo, and some special times that we've had up in the booth. So it's cool to see Jarks out there rocking that, because look, Damien's been around a long time as well, so I think it was fitting that he drove this car, and as he goes out there and banks a 155.3, which is, over one of his competitors in class, a little bit, but Phil Davison out of the AM class. Now, how's that? The 773 BMW, 156.3 puts it in provisional second, quickly pipped by Thomas, the tank engine, driven by
Steve Wilton. Yeah. Toot for Steve Wilton. As we just see Melling come out of the final corner in the Mustang, J-Man. Let's see where that car lands. In 6th provisionally at the moment. as we see this first phase of qualifying run down here. These guys only got about another 2.5 minutes, maybe 2 laps. They're quick and they're in the right place on the track with the Pro and the Pro-Am boys out there before the Top Guns come out. The Pro guys, Silver Class, and the Pro guys come out for the final phase here at Paul Ricard for Asrnz's 2024 GT3 Series 2, Round 4, Race 2, qualifying. It just reminds me when I look at that shot there of bloody Kota, you know, with the, or Kota or whatever you want to call it, Circuit of the Americas, with all the painted stripes on the road.
Yeah.
And you see it throughout the track. And every now and then I sort of have this flashback and I think I'm in the States, but I'm not. So here we are, Paul Ricard, Round 4, guys.
Yeah, well, look, I think the French are famous for a lot of things, but I don't think Paul Ricard's one of them. To be honest, I think Kota's far more exciting. However, that's a matter of
that
opinion.
Is a debatable subject. That's right, man.
But anywho, Jark's out there doing the business, and actually does go a step better there on a 54.990. So he shifts the marker.
It's a good time for Jark.
It is a good time.
Jarks has been on fire for the last 3 rounds. We just got cameras on board. Martin just drifting it out of the right-hander off the end of the straight there. But
Riley Price goes to the top on a 54.1, boys. Now, Riley got caught up on an incident early in race 1. Saw him go a long way back. Otherwise, he would have been battling with the likes of Damien Jones and Steve Melling prior to Steve's pit stop dilemma, the pit stop gate. So
pit stop gate.
And that's right, because Riley's actually running Top Gun in the Pro-Am class, just over Jark's as well.
Yep.
So Jark took a bank of points off Riley there in that first race, but it looks like he's after a bit of redemption now.
Yep, and Melling looked to improve. Okay, he did improve on a 6.1. He needs to drop down into the 5s and comfortably into the 5s. Probably needs to look somewhere to about around about, where's Wilton? Okay, so he's just ahead of him. He needs a good half a second if he can make this lap. I don't know what his Delta's doing. It's not looking that good. And who is that tucked up in behind him in the Red Bull?
That's Phil Turner.
Okay, that's Turner. Now, Turner's already in there on a very, very good time of 55.5. And look at the draft he's got.
Yeah, this will be holding Turner up at the end of the straight here. Either way, even if he goes to pull out and try and overtake him or stay behind him, as Turner looks like an aero wash there. Just big drift off the back of the back straight there. And, looks like Turner's getting held up there. How many? And so we've got the Pro guys coming out already because we are over 7.5 minutes into this first phase of qualifying, as we just see the back end of these Pro and Pro-Am boys finish their lap up.
Not much time to muck around on the 2-minute lap either, is it? They really get an out lap, and if they don't get a hurry on, they can
look. All credit to Turner. It's still green on his Delta as he runs across the line there. So nice work, Turner. Actually, well up on his Delta, only gains 1 position, but all the same.
Pricey in there.
So yeah, Price, Jarks, Wadsworth, Vaughan Martin, Neville Shields, Phil Turner, Green, Nash, Wilton, and Melling rounding out the top 10 for the Pro and the Pro-Am and the Am boys. First phase of qualifying. Nice work, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. So
Neville will be happy with that qualifying time too. He's the top Am driver. He's put himself in a good spot there. Just ahead of Phil Turner.
Yep, but Wadsworth in there. That's a stunning time for Wadsworth racing out of the AM class there. Ahead of them, however, down on the points, missed a few rounds. But look, beautiful time in there to do that. So that'll see him
Yeah, Wadsworth, he's one of the Mustangs, isn't he? Oh, no, he's the Ferrari.
He's
Here we
Ferrari.
go. Yep.
So Ferrari's doing really well here tonight.
Yeah.
Very much a Ferrari track.
And we did
Yeah,
discuss
looks like
it.
they carry the pace, don't they? Like I heard you talking earlier about the top speed. It's incredible, 291.
Yeah, it's just amazing once they get underneath the wing. I think they're pretty happy to be in the mid 280s, high maybe 287 even on their own, and then just grab that little bit more under the wing. But certainly 285 on their own is comfortable.
So a lot of these guys will be on different strategies tyre-wise for this quali. Do you think they'll be running a bit of used tyres and some fresh tyres? I'd expect Jamie to be on a good tyre.
Yeah, I think potential for the likes of for Antoon maybe spent a little bit, grabbed a good result race 1, but look, he'll have a plan. We've seen Maverick plenty of times come up with all sorts of strategies, but I think Mitchie Campbell looks to be maybe the first car out on track, boys, so we'll get an idea of the pace and what sort of tyres the boys are running at the moment. Now, Mitchie Campbell's qualifying was reasonable in Q1, and his race was equally as good as his quali. We saw him moving forward very quickly, as we've come to expect from Mitchie at the start of race 1. So we're about to get a read on the time, what it stacks up like. So there you go, the 3.7. You'd expect in these conditions for mid to high 2s. 3.1 for Antoon. Look for a big time here, I think, from Reese. I think will be somewhere I'll be looking.
So, yeah, Antoon, provisional first in the Killer Honda, and back still out there and well up on his Delta immediately. Kozar just puts it across the line. Pips Antoon by about 1/10 of a second there. Chan also puts himself on to the second road there. Third provisionally over Ethan Cale, Shane Frodo, Mitch Campbell, Riley Price, Jordan Moss, Mitch Huss and T-Fam to round out the top 10 provisionally at the moment. The Deltas are ticking. Kosa looking strong. Antoon trying to respond. Chan looking fast in the Bentleys. He got a draft off the back of a Mustang down the back straight here. That might do him well, I would suspect.
Thank you, Rusty. Rusty, tune in. Couple of the 777 guys were going for set 1 for quali and race 1 start. Change to set 2, start quali on set 2. Set 3 to race 2 on the same set, and then pit for set 2 again. Interesting.
No, and I will note that information came out very late in qualifying.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rusty, for just...
Yeah, he held that.
he held that back, bro.
That was a poker hand.
So,
Steve Reese coming, boys. I don't think he got an official time lap on the first one, but I'll tell you what, he's coming and he is 3 seconds up on what his predicted was based on the first one, and he is going to be a factor here. He's got to go better than a 52.9.
Oh, and Chan puts it. Chan on the front row over A2. Sorry to interrupt there, J-Man.
You're right.
And Reese, yes, we got cameras on Reese at the moment.
Heading towards 3 3/4 seconds, up on his predictive. See him go to the top with 2.8. More importantly, with another lap to run, this will be his final lap. Can he improve on it?
Yeah, I was following Jamie on that last lap, and he was well up, and he had a good draft toe down the back straight, but just made a massive error where the back let go of him after the big right-hander at the end of the big straight there, and I think that might have cost him his pole, and he's just picked up a cut there, and it's game over.
Giving it away, yeah. So, and look, he is under threat from the likes of Vic Chan, who's still on a lap and starting to build into the lap, and he's got this toe again under the back of the Faraday Mustang. These guys racing out of the same stable, and I don't know what Faraday's got. He's got a couple of tenths, so he's not going to pull over because he's on the improve as well.
Anton, Phil Antoon on the limit. Camera's just been focused on his lap here, well up on his delta, and looking to change the position he's in. Oh, current time bled off a little bit there, but it could easily put that killer Honda, number 3 Honda, back up on pole position. Ethan Kale also looking very healthy. Antoon,
Oh, so close.
And Kale, and there it was. Kale was right behind.
Wow.
But watch out, because here comes Reese, and he's got enough in the tank. He's only got, effectively, after this one, what's he got? 2 more corners to make. He's got a 10th and a half. He's building towards 2 tenths.
This is close. This is close. It's
Where
been bleeding. It's been bleeding back from 2/10 to 1/10. He needs more than 1/10. Oh, this is close. No.
Not quite.
Oh,
margins.
400ths of a second there between Kale and Reese. Wow.
Colin's coming on a lap. What's this going to do for him? Goes 14th, P14 provisionally up to...
Nice work for him. There you go. Well done, Collins, in 5th. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Ethan Kale, Steve Rees, Phil Antoon, Jamie Cossa, Vic Tan, Mitch Campbell, Shane Fodado, House, Cutter, and Fam. Rounding out the top 10. Amazing stuff.
Yeah, great. Like a McLaren, a Bentley, Honda, Ferrari, like Aston, all in the top 5. 5 different manufacturers there, all separated by 3 tenths.
7th.
Amazing.
Yeah, good representation of the brands. So it really does show that the BOPs at work. A lot of high quality drivers there punching out laps and different machinery. John Boy, good call.
Yeah, and how they all achieve their speed in different ways. I was even noting the lines that they're taking so different. Ferrari, when he was Jamie was tucked up in behind Antoon, just the lines that they were taking were just so different. Yet they're pretty much making the same lap time. So yeah, driving style, setup, all sorts. But the main game now. Who's got the tyres in the bank to do the job?
That's it, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I think we know from the Hotbox chat that we think Reese is in a good spot, and also Jamie Coase is in a spot. Potentially, maybe Antoon's used a bit. I'm not too sure on Vic Chan or Kale, but certainly we know Reese and Coase got some tyres at the ready. So, look, I think they'll work with it, they'll manage it, and it probably won't show its true hand until maybe later in the race. And I'm not going to say pit stops, because when you get guys stop with only 1 or 2 laps, that's not really the bearing factor. I think it's probably about that average race pace, and that's where it'll come into fruition. If if they don't have a lot to start on, then yeah, we'll see that probably by that 20-minute mark, maybe even 30-minute mark, that we might just start seeing those average times fall away a little bit.
Now, Stu Aerosmith, he'll be looking for a better race this time around. He'll be hoping to stay on the foils throughout this race, and making sure he gets all those tacks and...
Oh, I see what you did there, JB.
All done right.
Yeah.
And you bet your bottom dollar Neville will be all over there too.
The AC40 McLaren, is it, John Boy?
Yep, they'll be looking for a good wind shift today, up that back straight. Yeah.
Good stuff. Yeah, no, hey, look, we saw a very, very good start, race 1, Phil Antoon from the front row against Jamie Coase, and yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this one shakes down. There's a lot of high risk into this one. We saw a very, very clean start to race 1. I think, with the exception of maybe, I think I picked up that it was Riley Price, and then somebody else maybe got caught up in some stuff, and we saw that sort of respective 16 and 19 spots lost in lap 1 for those boys. So hopefully these ones can get out there and get it done nice and cleanly. But I tell you what, there'll be a lot of feeling going into this one after getting one under the belt. Now they know what they've got to expect. This 40-minute will be a true sprint.
Yeah, I was talking earlier to you guys about the cuts and whether or not, you know, the guys would pick them up. It didn't seem that too many cuts were made in that last round. Didn't really see anyone trying to go for a drive-through. And I know typically when I've driven that Paul Ricard, I seem to pick them up, especially out of turn one there. When you come through turn 1, 2, where it flicks over, you can pick one up just running wide there. Pretty easy to do. More than often following another car as well. So yeah, guys driving well
Good
inside
discipline.
the limits.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
doing really good.
No, good effort. Good effort from the boys so far, and the track does beg you to just sort of get out there a little bit, doesn't it? With the change of direction, as we can see in that shot there. You know, where they come through the big S's there. Very easy to chop a bit of corner, isn't it?
Yeah, and I'm noticing at the back of the the end of this big straight here where they tip it in. They're drifting out so wide, right out to the cones. They're using the track limit right to its extreme out there, and man, they must be borderline on the card out there. But they're just tipping in just in time to get inside those cones. Yeah, it's amazing how much track they're using out there.
Yeah, look, if it's available, you know, like in real life, the real life racers will use it, and same rules apply for sim races. If it's available, they'll use it and guarantee that they'll gain something out of it. But for me personally, John, I always used to find it was one of the trickiest turns for me on this track was that final turn. You know, you've just come out of a long loaded left-hander and you've got to tip it back to a 90-degree right hand, effectively switch back to come down the front straight, and you know, you're trying to unwind the steering wheel and you just go that little bit wide out over the curb. Cop one out there. Also another one would be I think my recollection, it's about turn 4, turn 5, and you head down obviously through that fast left-hander into turn 1, and you head sort of down to that middle complex, which is hotel and camp, and very easy to run wide out there when you're trying to transition the car. We saw Phil Antoon grab a little bit of inside curb coming out onto the Mistral straight. That's also another one there that's, you know, because you're so hungry to get such a good run onto that big back straight, that another potential one there for a track cut there. So there is a few spots on this track that can lend you to run out wide and maybe pick one up. However, as you mentioned, not too many infringements in that first one. I think I only saw one drive-through, which actually I think ended up being a double dose because they picked up a 30-second for speeding in pit lane also. So
as the boys start to form up, J-Man, yes.
No, John Boy was mentioning Stu Aerosmith having a better one this one, starting from P15.
Yep.
And he's got Ben Collins and Brad Robinson either side of him, and
it'll all be going on definitely as we wind up here for Asrnz's 2024 GT3 Series 2 Round 4 Race 2. Kale, Reese, Antoon, Kosa, Chan, Campbell, Frodado, Haas, Carter and Fam. Round of the top 10, we have got a green light, and Kale covers immediately on Reese.
And look at Antoon down the inside as well.
Great start. Look at it in the background. 4.
Yeah, 4 wide into 1. Often doesn't work. Oh, that's Carter around.
It's Carter around.
There's about 4 of them around. I think Moss is involved in that also.
No, Jarks has been caught up in it too, unfortunately.
Sorry. Yeah, so that's going to see them drop a long, long way back.
So, big incident mid-pack there. Still a little bit of argy-bargy going on in the background as the leaders just stretch away. Look to try and get a little bit of a rhythm here on what was a pretty hectic start. Henderson losing a position, or getting a position, should I say, to Rivers as well in the background, or is it over yet? Rivers still going at it.
Oh, the Hendo
Kosa on Chan at the back end of the straightaway there. And look at Fodado.
Fodado nearly drilled the back of Mitchy Campbell.
Oh, that was close. So avoids the contact. It makes himself vulnerable. Look at it in the background. It's all going on. Robinson over Collins. Look at these three. Lap one, Macrolos down to Aerosmith and Martin, I think.
Yeah, Martin actually grabbed Macrolos there. Beatty had the straight line speed of that Ferrari, wound up the Mistral straight, got that done, and just see the leaderboard just sorting itself out.
There's plenty going on here. And on that. Oh, we got early pit stoppers there, J-Man Martin and Aerosmith, I think it is.
Yep, they've gone early. And Carter.
Fodado.
Obviously going early.
Fodado and Campbell. These two. Teammates.
I think that's a good call for Stu and Martin to do that. They're in a big angry pack in the middle where there's plenty going on, and it just, bottleneck up, and you can run into issues pretty quickly when it's all like that, and you get themselves out of it.
Even when it's not your fault, isn't it? You just get tangled up in something, and very easily. Haas and Fam in the back.
Close to Rees here, guys. He's going to have the run with his horsepower of this Ferrari. Going to get this done. This is a critical pass, and Antoon on Kale. How's the Honda?
Oh, in the front! Wow! Look, you can see all of that on camera there, ladies and gentlemen.
And that was
first, second, third, fourth. That was Haas on Fam as well, and I think in the background it's Carson on Moss. Oh, wow!
Oh, Campbell on Fodado also. So there was around 4 or 5 passes just in that one straight throughout the field that lap.
In the bottom end of that straight. It's just going off. We love it.
Like one massive drag train isn't down there, isn't it? They're all in the big draft. One's getting the draft, and the next one's getting the toe off the toe. So yeah, that Mr. Straight really promising.
Drag train, John Boy. Maybe we should rename the Mistral Straight King's Cross.
Yeah,
good stuff down there. Antoon doing a good job in that opening lap. Very, very good stuff. He's managed to make his way to the front. This is a guy we thought that might be in a bit of tyre trouble, and I tell you what, if he is, it's not showing now. He's looking to make bank here and check out, but watch for Kosa. Kosa was the one that got Reese. Now starting to line up the Ethan Kale car. Doesn't want Antoon to get too far ahead. Fodado for another move back on Mitchy Campbell.
Oh, yeah, and Kale looking a bit slippery there as well. And looking vulnerable to Kosa, J-Man. So plenty going on at the top. We've also got Price on Fab.
Yeah, movers and shakers so far. There's race boys. Steve Wilton up 10 spots.
Wow,
Mitchell up 10. Nathan Henderson up 14 spots. Melling up 8 spots. And also Phil Davison up 7 spots. Big losers. Jarks 10 down. 14 down for Collins, obviously making a pit stop. Counts. Tony Spence down 10. So
what the hell happened there? That's Kosa backwards into the wall. Let's have another look at that.
He's making a par.
So we just pick it up on the replay here. Helicam.
Oh, just got the big tank slap.
I think he just unforced error here.
Oh, that is huge. Oh, look at Chan on Steve Rees as well.
Wow.
I can get through this replay.
That is a big moment there.
Huge unforced error. That was that change of direction. You think he's on the wrong side of the road. He's in the dirty stuff. He's come across to take the line, and as he's grabbed the brake, just let go.
You think it was just putting that left wheel out on the curb?
I think it was that left rear wheel out on that curb, J-Man. It really did get the car to rotate there a little bit more than you'd probably like.
Look at Vic Chan here on Steve Rees. He's really sizing.
Looking hungry in the Bentley.
And this is potential podium stuff here, because obviously that's Ethan Cale and Steve Rees in front of Chan, and then Antoon just a little bit further up the road. So
Steve Rees went into this round with a 6-point buffer over Antoon. So Antoon taking some critical points away after that first race there. And again, leading Rees. So Rees on the charge. He needs this could be a potential for Antoon to take the championship as it sits, take the lead of the championship.
Well, definite track cut there for Cale. He was outside the cones, and just another pickup as well. Antoon on his own in that Honda out there down the Mistral Straight. That lap was 285k an hour on his own, so not lacking for any terminal speed as the Honda at the minute. Fodado trying to size back up Campbell as we speak as well. So
yeah, and Fam just taking Haas down through the straight there. Camera's picking that up. So nice work, and plenty going on. Rees on Cale is intense. Definitely with Chan tucked in behind.
Okay, pit stoppers do start at effectively P23, which is
I think it's 3, yep.
Collins, and then Aerosmith, Spence, Martin, Makalos, Melling, Jones, Davidson, Carter, Kosa, obviously in the pits after that big off, and still in the pits, and then Nev Shields. So yeah, so that's the state of the pits. Nash into the pits though, so remembering that he'll be in that Pro-Am fight with the likes of Wilton, Melling, Jones. It's another run here.
Vaughan's been looking really sideways tonight, eh? I don't know, that car, that Ferrari, looks loose in the back. It's like he's dropped all the wiggle.
Rees under the wing, pulls out. Has he got enough? Chan, he's got the draft also, so he's going to range up. Now, Rees pulled out, and it just hit a brick wall of air and didn't go anywhere.
Again, you got to Fodado over Campbell there, just in the background. We might see if we can pick up on that.
Yep. And Haas down the inside of T-Fam as we speak as well, so he's looking to grab that one back.
Well, he's taking that back. It's just like, mate, if you're going to go past, you got to want to keep the pace up. So
Fam got it back.
So that is happening. That's nearly. Those 4 guys are so close together. You can see them all in camera shot there. So that's how close those battles are. Carson on Price. That is just tucked in behind. Henderson on Wilton now. Hendo's actually just snuck up a couple of positions, I think, there in the last lap or two.
Yeah, like I said, Hendo the big mover, 17 spots he's made. 17,
wow. Mossy in the pits.
Moss in the pits, yep. He's had enough.
I'm out of here for the moment.
Mossy's best lap at 155 flat, so running good pace there over his competitors around him.
Yeah, the silent achiever.
First stoppers, Stu Aerosmith, so where's he going to pop out?
Oh, has he got past Collins, has he?
Yep.
Okay.
Rees again.
Incredibly close. Look, this time round, Cale goes
to
cover.
Cale covers this time. Wow. Well, I haven't seen that all night, actually. It's most of the guys just hold their line and just go, mate, just go past. But look at that. covering line.
Yeah. The front at the high speed on the Aston did look a little better. However, that was Kale going inside, outside, and then back to inside again. We saw that's what basically got Koza unstuck, was the line shift there, grabbing a little bit of curb on the entry. So he's just got to be aware of that. But the front grip on the Aston does look good through the high speed stuff.
It
and
does.
He's got the ability to sit with him.
It does. But Tan, front row seat here in the Bentley, and a cushy seat at that, being the Bentley. So yeah, just sitting there, following.
Who's that? Richard Campbell. What was going on the back there? Campbell,
Haas and Campbell, and Fam.
And then Haas lining up. And who was that? Carson pulled into the pits behind
Oh,
him.
here we go. Haas looking for a go into one, no overlap. Oh, but Campbell from way back.
Pulls it off.
He's got that.
And Haas is going to size up T-Fam here. T-Fam didn't think that was going to stick from that far back.
I didn't think that was going to stick from that far back.
Why is Mitchie out of position there, though? Because he was up with Shane there at one point.
Yeah, not sure. Something went amiss there, and he ended up falling into the clutches.
Yeah.
But this is where the battle is. Certainly, yeah, Mitchie Campbell, T-Fam, Mitchie Haas. And look at this. Look at the line that T-Fam's got here. He'll do well
look
to
at this,
stay
look
with
at
this
the run.
Ferrari.
Look at this run.
Probably needs to get under the wing now. Oh, no, he's already up beside him.
Just the run he got. The line that Mitchie took with him was
Too
really
shallow.
strange line. Yeah, too shallow. Just didn't get... And
It's almost like he covered on a corner you shouldn't cover for.
Oh, super close into there. Reese. Oh, so Chan's got Reese. Sorry, I missed that, viewers. But yeah, Chan has got Reese there.
Oh, okay, we'll see if we can pick that one up, actually. We'll go back.
Might be a 60.
Oh. Yeah, no, we've missed that one.
That's all right. However, they're in the hunt, which has let Ethan Kale off the hook. But out the front, Antoon in no tyre trouble at all at this point of time. He's got 3.2 seconds over these guys. While they squabble about who is going to make third on the podium.
Pretty well.
But Mitchie Campbell, T-Fam, Mitchie Haas, and who was that? That's Riley Price ranged up on that. So he's had a brilliant start to race too.
yeah.
Oh, Pricey's just ducked into the pits, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has.
So he's decided to get out of that battle.
Yeah, he did. He caught them and basically got out of it straight away.
Yep. And those are some of the things that you want to do as a driver. When you notice you've got the pace over the cars in front, you just don't want to waste any time. It's being held up by them. If you've got that chance to, pip them in the pits, you go for that. But sometimes that unknown of where you pop out in the traffic, that's the killer sometimes too.
Kenny Simpson ranging up on Darren Green as well. So that's a good little battle going on in the AM class there. Jacob Wadsworth leading that at the moment. He's up in P10 outright at the moment. But Phil Turner, P13, Darren Green 14th, Kenny Simpson 15th. Obviously a few pit stops shake it out before them, but class battles clearly at work here at the moment. As Reese still trying to come to terms with that Bentley getting through, and he's tucked on the back of him still.
Yeah, I do wonder whether Chan's got his measure. I just wonder whether that was maybe a slip up from Reese to let that Bentley past, and
they're working their way forward to Kale though.
Yeah, they are. So they're showing some pace. Maybe Reese was holding the Bentley up because, like
He's
I
out
said.
of it. Oh, look at Chan goes
So
to the pass
what
here.
the
What
hell?
happened to Kale there?
Let's have a look at that.
It was a clear, looked like a lift.
Can you miss a gear? I don't know. And that was Steve Rees that ducked off into the pits at the same time. So interesting scenario just going on there.
Well, it
Played
did happen it did happen around where the pit entry was. So, and was he thinking about going into the pits, and there was that hesitation? Was he preparing to go in or something? And
yeah, something. He definitely was off the throttle, wasn't he? Or missed a gear, or something happened.
he's lost a ton of time.
He has.
So
Macrolos Martin's a battle that's been going on for a while. I think I heard you call it earlier, Davo, that Martin pretty sideways this race, but he's managed to maintain that position over Macrolos, who is classified as a pro driver in this field. Still coming to terms with that Audi. We're used to seeing him in different machinery and a lot further up the field, so it's not quite come to terms with that Audi yet.
yeah, only Audi in the field too. Be noted, isn't it?
Yep. Campbell, T-Fam, that's heating up. Mitchie Haas got the box seat for that one. And we saw that big move under brakes not so many laps ago from Mitchie down to turn 1 on T-Fam. I wonder if he's awake to it now.
Yeah.
We'll probably get a read on it shortly as they approach the back end of the lap.
I think you're right there, J-Man. And look, Haas, like you said, box seat, just watching all this unfold in front of him. But look,
Gets out of it.
Yeah, gets out of it there and into the pit lane. But yeah, look, he's had an up and down night tonight, just getting tangled up in other people's drama as well. So maybe just sort of staying out of that a little bit.
Yeah, very, very much, I think, just measuring it up at the moment. Fell back away a little bit at the start of that one, but he ranges back up through this tighter stuff again. So just interesting to see the two manufacturers at work here.
Carter on Nash now, recovering Carter at that after an unforced error at the back of the straight here, into the right hand here. We see him tip that McLaren in there again, and smooth as silk, but yeah, not so much a few laps ago.
It's a shame with Jamie, with after that loss of control at the end of the Kimmel Straight, the Mistral Straight, he's retired the car by the looks, and that's his day done.
Yeah, what could have been, but yeah, that was certainly probably been a pretty big repair. He would have probably been on the back end of nowhere after that. There would have been a few minutes repair on that. Mitchie Campbell now, T-Fam ranging right up as they head through the double rights there. He's definitely
this is a good fight, J-Man. He's
definitely got the ability to place the car where he wants to at the moment. He's just trying to size it up to try and get a run on him. And you'd expect that the best place would probably be out of here at the final turn if he can get some sort of overlap.
I think Fam is shown some good form in the last couple of weeks, as we see Campbell actually just duck away into the pits. But yeah,
questionable on
T-Fam, the man. I think he's got it in the Famatic.
Yeah, the Fanatec Racing OES McLaren. But I'm just going to keep my eye on Mitchie Campbell. Looked like the entry was pretty quick there. Phil Antoon also, boys, once again, backed it up. Yeah, early in the race again. Right.
So running a lighter fuel as well then.
He opted for track. 33 seconds for Antoon. 32 seconds was the stop from Reese. So 1 second difference in the pit lane. What does that look like out on track as we approach the halfway mark of this race? Where is Steve Reese? Okay, he's coming down the front straight, and Antoon is out. So definitely margin made, I think, there from Reese. Where is Mitchie Campbell? Yeah, so he gets out, no problem, no penalties.
So what's T-Fam going to do? Is he going to duck in now and try and cover off Mitchie and
well, you would expect so, wouldn't you?
Stern?
I think based on the lap times, TFAM 54.7 last lap, I think Campbell obviously was running a similar pace. If he can stick there and run those 54s, I'd say just keep banging them out, depending on what his tyre stocks are like, just because he's got a bit of fresh air. And I think the next car up the road from him is Shane Fodderdo, who's just peeling into the pit lane. And no, TFAM does look to cover the undercut.
Oh, and a good entry there too from Fab.
Yeah,
Nice and tidy.
absolutely.
I thought Mitchie's was speeding. I thought his was so fast, I thought he was speeding. So Mitchie got a good one as well. So this is going to be tight, guys, when this shakes out. Try and get a read. What was Mitchie's pit stop time? He was a 32.105. So it's probably one of the best you'll see.
Richard Campbell's outlap 203.8 and a 203.3 for TFAM as an inlap. So still in favour of TFAM. Now it's just the critical, do they get the stop right? Do they hit their marks? So hard to do.
Fodderdo in the lane, Chan in the lane. Here goes Antoon, Reese. Here comes TFAM.
Oh, Chan just ducks in behind Reese.
Here comes Campbell. This is going to be tight. Campbell rounds him up. So net gain there to Campbell. The undercut worked incredibly well. Had to push hard. What was the lap? Richard Campbell's lap, that one there. 2:48 with the outlap. So yeah, he did a good job. Tell you what, Riley Price was a net gain in his stops as well. He's managed to grab Haas and Carson. I think he already had Carson, but he certainly didn't have Haas. Came into pit stops when he caught the back of that battle. If you guys remember earlier on, he pulled in early. We talked about, John Boy, you mentioned that, sometimes when you catch those battles, good to get out of it. Word on the chat box from Jamie Kosa. I'm back from the medical centre. They've given me all the clear to race next week. Yeah, mate, she was a big incident.
Concussion test.
I'd go and have words with the curb
dentist as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd go and have words with the curb down at the back end of the Mistral Straight if I were you, Jamie.
That's a real shame. He did have a good tyre bang too.
Endo in the lane. This is a guy that was up around 17 and 18 spots when we last checked. So, edible driver, 31 Hendo car. So, good stuff. Interested to see what Riley Price can do with TFAM here. Riley Price racing out of the Pro-Am category against TFAM in the silver class. And who was that through on Mitchie Haas?
That was Carso.
Okay, so basically Pricey got Haas and Carson got him. So he had an incident there because he was in front of Pricey behind TFAM a lap ago.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether Haas is having a crack at Carso or Carso went past him. We just picked up the end of it on the replay there.
Collins Hendo, incredibly tight pit exit, mate. That was very, very close stuff, but he comes out on the right side of the ledger. So a little bit of a shuffle round two, boys. Obviously, after those pit stops, we saw you mentioned, Davo, that you thought Reese had the measure of Vic Chan's Bentley. He's back in front of him again.
Yeah.
Post pit stop. So
yeah, so they came out of the pit lane. Chan behind Reese there.
What's heating up in the background is the recovering John Carter on the back of Steve Melling, and also Melling eyeing up Thomas the tank engine, Farmer. So 14 to go. This isn't done by any means.
Kalen Wadsworth in the pits.
Oh, it's getting tight, Carter.
You expect
Farmer.
Carter's got a second a lap quicker than the boys in front, so he's got the pace to dispatch them, but there's a wide Mustang and certainly a wider train of the Aston in front, so seasoned drivers too, they know where to put their car. They're still racing for position too, so.
Phil Turner, unpit stop, the last guy to make his stop, or one of the last guys out there in the lead of this race. 2 boys racing out of the end. Just shows you, stay out long enough, you get your a little bit of fame. So well done to Phil Turner on that Ferrari. He's done a good job all night so far.
Yep, well done, Phil. Best lap for Phil, 156.5.
Very good. And Bentley's just got nothing on that Aston. It can get close, but just not enough. Took 2 bites to get into that right-hander at the end of the Mistral Straight too, did the Bentley. Thomas just skipping away from the Mustang there a little bit. It's no such luck for Melling with Carter.
Yeah, Melling. Carter's had a couple of sniffs there, but Melling just doing everything he needs to do, and Mustang, like, it's got a real good punch off the corner. So Carter's certainly all over him, having a good look here and there, but
he made 288 kilometres an hour behind the Mustang that run up the straight that time, but couldn't do anything with it. Melling starting P28, currently sitting 22nd. He's doing a good job.
now I saw Carter put it up side by side out of the final turn on Stevo, so will he do it again? Seemed to be the place he only place he could get the car beside him, but they Mustang just powered away on the front straight.
Yeah, go, sends it down there. Makes Stevo second guess.
But then you watch the Mustang, it'll just power away.
And he's got the inside line. Yeah, look, he can't do anything with it. So he's forecast it twice now, JB. You've just said it. So Stevo will just keep doing it, just keep driving away. So who was that? Hendo on Wadsworth. So that moves Hendo up to 15th.
It's impressive to watch, actually, these 2 guys go at it and the strengths and weaknesses between the 2 cars. And very similar lap times and fighting hard at it throughout the whole lap, so impressive stuff to watch. Haas on Caso. And who's that? Mossy. And is that Mossy? Mossy wants to go.
Yeah, he's lining in the battle there. Oh, nice super wide. Can he get it back? Yeah. Oh,
must have been close.
Just ever so close. Hendo up 18 spots still, so great drive. P15 for Nathan Henderson.
Yeah, nice work from Hendo. Carter as well, still tucked up behind Melling. Look how tight this is now. Wow.
Can he tuck it back down the inside here? Is this the spot? No, here's a little wiggle.
Oh, close.
Melling don't want to give it up. Oh, it's done.
Oh, he's got it done. A couple of corners before that final corner we were just talking about earlier.
Yeah, I think he's pretty big under brakes, this Carter here, so he'll look to try and head up the road and see if he can catch up to Thomas, aka Farmer.
Battle for second. It's not done there. Oh, sorry, third and second with Vic.
Yeah, Vic
certainly keeping it nice and close there.
Good strategy here from for Phil Turner. He's obviously engaged in his race and just try and look down, and he'll be trying to see if he can do something about Jacob Wadsworth in the 45 Ferrari, currently running P16. So
Oh, Chan having a big look.
Oh. Oh! And Reed runs wide, gets out of it, puts Chan even closer down into the double right here. Wow. We're winding down. What have we got? A little under 9 minutes to go, ladies and gentlemen, in tonight's Asrnz 2024 GT3 Series 2. It's round 4. Paul Ricard, race 2. Vic Chan on race for the, what is it, bottom end of the podium there.
Second and third.
Yeah.
Because Phil Turner's just pulled off into the pits. He was just about to get rounded up by Phil Antoon, the leader of the race now. So, drive-through penalty. Someone's used a little bit too much track, so it was Uncle Joe.
So Joe Grimmer having a bit of an excursion through the pit lane. Yeah, before the end of the race.
Stu and Brad are having a good battle back in 13th and 14th. Not much between them. Running very, very similar lap times. 154.6s, 155.1 last time round. Aerosmith and the fake taxi AC75 McLaren on the foils most of this race, doing an absolute stellar job. He'll be happy with that.
Got the draft, goes there. Rees covers the inside the whole way down the Mistral Straight this time round. Chan comes out, meets a big wall of fresh air. And he's going to go around the outside. He's going to be wide. Gets it back down inside. Nothing to happen there.
It's going to a slide when they get out of their rhythm there through that section.
Yeah. Come on, Ethan. Get up there and join the party, pal. Jordan Moss, Sam Carson's close as well.
Yeah, so that Mossy Carson thing is just in front of what we were looking at before with Arrowsmith and Robinson. Those guys are all very close together, as has it been for pretty well the whole race. So recovering Carter still making ground. Like you said,
look at the speed he's caught Farmer with.
And like you said, that's the next car, and he is well in touch now. Got overlap. Nearly backs it in. Does Farmer give him room? No, I don't think so. Oh, look at Steve-O. Steve-O's like, yeah.
Farmer shuts the door on the Mustang. No, I was letting that guy through. You stay back there, pal.
That's great.
Oh, that's brilliant too, to see that Phil Turner, he came out in a battle with Phil Davidson, so one of his sparring partners in that title hunt for the AM titles, so he's amongst the battle.
Yeah, good close stuff. Still got Vic Chan on Rees. This battle twos and fro's. They're back on the back straight again, and look at the grunt on that Bentley at the moment. Look at the pace. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I think Vic's probably opportune. Oh, who was that sitting out there in the on the outside?
We got spectators in cars.
I'll tell you, that's one place you don't want to be spectating.
Yeah, definitely not out there.
Not sure who that was.
Didn't quite do the same job as Jamie, who completely finished it off.
Mossy on Carter. Robinson on Aerosmith. Collins on Spence. It's all going on.
Theme, 4 minutes to go. It always ramps up, doesn't it?
It always ramps up.
Melling sends it down the inside of Farmer. Gets it done. Vaughan Martin having an absolute blinder here. He's doing bloody brilliantly up in P19. He has got John Carter coming with only 4 minutes to go. See if he can pull him off. But yeah, Smith, Collins, and Spence is another great battle.
Yeah, plenty going on right down to the end here. A little under 4 minutes to go. It's very tightly packed mid-pack here, guys. Still, you can still see like 8 or 10 cars at any one time in some of these shots. So,
Wow, that was close.
With Vic Chan and Steve Reed?
Yeah, yeah.
That was so close, mate, to rubbing him into the fast right-hander, mate. There was nothing in that.
oh, we got this one on a replay, guys.
There was nothing in that.
It was like he was going to pull out, but he just stayed in it. It was almost NASCAR stuff where he's going to just bump draft.
Bump draft him.
Good stuff. Oh, Moss. Can Moss make the top 10? Can he get Dan Carson? Here we looking at that. It'll be the
you know it. You know it.
Chan with a run. Down into 1. Can he send it down there on the brakes? Steve Reese good on the brakes.
Yeah, and it's a brave move, isn't it, into 1. You really got to rely on the other party to reciprocate a little, don't you? Just
well, unless your name's Mitchie Campbell.
well, you seen him come from way back down there earlier in the race, in the Ferrari, mind you. So
Moss super close to Carso now. Oh, has a wiggle. Cost him a little bit. Different lines for Reese and Chan. Every single lap they come onto the Mistral straight. Just completely different lines. Chan's more about the end of the straight. Reese is more about getting onto it well. We see the gap closes up again. Henderson Robinson also too, so that's Hendo on this absolute damaging drive, just coming through the field, up 19 spots. Can he make it 20? I think so. He's just sizing up Robinson.
Yeah, is Robinson out of tyre or something? Because Stu's managed to just like step away a bit there. And they were a bit.
Oh, here we go. Hendo's got past him on the straight. No need to worry about overlap. The Henderson car well past.
So Carter through, passed on Martin. So he gets himself up to P19. Who's that drive through? Track limits. That's Steve Reese.
Oh,
that's a late thing in the tail. That's going to be Antoon, Chan, Ethan Cale for the podium. That's an absolute shock.
And one more lap to go.
Leader.
We got Campbell on. It's Fonato, actually, in the Mustang there. So right down to the wire. This is for 5th and 6th, respectively. And look at how hungry Campbell is in the Ferrari. Looks like it's got tyre to burn on turn-in compared to the Mustang. Yeah, you know it. It's corner.
Mustang gets off of the corner very, very well. Uses all that horsepower early. But Mitchie Campbell, you bet he'll come back on him at the end of the straight.
Rhythm weaving, trying to break the toe.
These two good mates. Making him work for it.
Yep. Oh, look at that. Reese already lost the position to Chan out on track, and he's still got to drive through to boot.
Yeah, that notification would have rattled him, I would suspect.
Well, I don't know how that works with having the drive through on the last lap, so it could be bigger implications for that.
That's probably what's rattling him. It's just like, well, what the hell? As we see Phil Antoon come around the final corner and across the start-finish line for Asrnz 2024 GT3 Series 2 Round 4 Race 2 win at Paul Ricard. And who is that right behind? Chan, Reese, Kale.
Steve Rees opting to just take the 30-second penalty.
Frodo and Campbell. Something going on there as those boys just try to position him back. T-Fam. Bryce. Hart. And Carso rounding out the top 10. Geordie Moss just in the background. Aaron Smith. Henderson. Robinson. Wadsworth. Spence. Smith. Collins.
So Hendo up 20 positions. What a great drive.
Wow. That's amazing. So Collins, Carter and Martin rounding out the top 20, ladies and gentlemen. Amazing. These guys leave it right to the end and just get on it, don't they?
Absolutely.
Always entertaining. Davison around in 27th in the hardcore car. Guys, let's get the boys down here and have a quick chat.
It'll be Ethan Carl with that plus 30 for Steve. So we'll grab Ethan down first and foremost. You got us on comms, Ethan?
Yeah, hey boys.
Mate, pretty full-on race, mate. We saw you got to sit there and basically watch Chan and Steve Rees going at it, mate. And what was the story there, mate? Were you out of tyre, or that's all she had, or what was the story?
Oh, nah. Oh, obviously fortunate to be here in the first place. Nah, the car's just real bad. I've never struggled to get to, I guess, come to terms with the car and the track before. I mean, I'm running one wing, the car's slammed. I've got nothing else. Like it's as flat as it can be, and it's still, you know, I just got nothing through the straights, and I'm sacrificing that wing on the straight. So I'm obviously going to be slow in the corners. So, look, happy to get a fifth and a third. I did turn the football on. I have been watching the footy all night, so I haven't been focusing too much either. But yeah, it's been bit of a boring night, to be honest.
Podium and watching the footy, mate. That is impressive stuff. But hey, look, big bag of points, Ethan, and just such a stacked top end of this field, mate. You've just said it. You know, if the car's not right, it's those final little tenths to run with these boys at the moment. You know, they're just so fast. You guys up the pointy end are so quick at the moment. But nonetheless, very, very successful night.
Yeah, it's good racing. I mean, the Ferrari's really quick around here. I'm surprised they took more weight off it. But no, it's good to get out here on a Thursday and have a spin.
Yeah, good stuff, mate. Well done. Great result, podium. You've got to be there, and albeit you said you're lucky to be there, you still got to be there right to the end. So well done, Ethan Cale, and looking forward to next week, mate.
Yeah, cheers, boys. Catch you then.
Cheers, mate. So there you go.
Ethan Cale.
I believe next cab off the rank is Vic Chan, who pressured Steve Rees for so much of that race, and he would have absolutely that race. Vic Chan, you got us on comms?
Yes, gotchas.
Mate, you can't tell me that was anything but exciting. That can't have been boring. That was so entertaining from our perspective, mate. How was it for you?
Yeah, that was intense. So I had like 3 track cuts, I think, within the first 5 to 7 laps for following Ethan, and I was stuck behind Reese before I passed him, or after I passed him, actually. I got the 3rd track cut. Oh, no.
Hey, look,
Yeah,
3 laps to go too, Vic. How close was the front of the car to the back of Rees, tipping it into the right-hander at the back end of the Mistral straight? Were you a bit nervous? You got maybe...
Oh, man, I was nervous every time because of that track cut. I was very scared to be aggressive in that fast right-hander. And yeah, because that's where I got it all. Just all these fast right-handers trying to be too aggressive and trying to keep up. But yeah, all in all, that was great fun with Reese. All done to him, and bad luck as well.
Yeah.
Put on and keeping so close to him, I think that was what could have essentially hurt Reese in the end. I mean, he finished 15th.
It's definitely a track, but when they're all in your mirrors, it's so hard to stay focused.
Yeah, 100%.
Good drive, Vic.
Yes.
Well done to Mav. Oh, quick, always too consistent.
Yeah, look, we thought he might have run into a bit of tyre trouble, but nonetheless, I think after a night like that, you obviously, moving up in I think clearly got the step up over Shane Fodorado tonight. Obviously, he is one of your title. So
yeah, he should be a pro. Why is he in the silver class? Come on.
I know. I think JB might have mentioned it, but
Yeah, I think
no.
I did.
Hey, look.
He must have some deep pockets.
Yeah, building into this championship nicely, Vic, and it's always good to see the Bentley get up there. It doesn't get a lot of love from people, but you certainly work it well, mate. So
Yeah, I was
congratulations.
actually a bit gutted. They added 24 kilos after the update on Monday. I was like, no, why do they have to do that for?
Yeah,
I
it
think I
is what it is.
might have been able to challenge Mav if not for that.
Yeah, you worked it really well though, mate. I thought the car looked good, and obviously your strategy tonight around working those 3 sets of tyres over effectively, there's 2 qualies and having to shuffle them around. I think you played it really well, mate. So well done.
It was great fun with these tyre sets. It always adds another dynamic to it, which is awesome.
100%. Awesome, Vic. Cheers for the chat with us, mate. Enjoy that one, and
These guys,
looking forward
always
to
good to be back in this box.
Absolutely.
Nice one. Thanks, Rick.
Good stuff,
You
Vic.
guys.
Cheers, buddy.
Rick Chan, everyone. And last but not least, J-Man.
Yeah, we'll see if we can get him on the comms this time. We missed him last time, but what a performance tonight from Maverick, aka Phil Antoon. You got us on comms, mate?
G'day guys, how are you?
Mate, you had us fooled, mate. All the other drivers were trying to tell us that, you might have been in a spot of tyre trouble because you used too many good sets in the first one, but you proved everybody wrong and just went out and clean swept that thing, mate. How's that?
Yeah, the car was it was pretty good, and a pretty good setup, I reckon. So I was quick down the straights, and I had some good grip in the corners, and yeah, I just was just loving it.
Two key moments tonight from where I was sitting, Mav, was the starts, and the first one was pretty bloody special, the way that you got it off the start off the front row, got it down into turn 1 and made bank out of that, and then obviously opted both times for the early pit stop and then made margin. Was that a clear strategy tonight around those pit stops, not to run like the other boys?
Yeah, I think so. I think I knew the first race when Jamie put it on pole, I knew I'd get him off the line. I'd be in front, so I knew he was going to run long, and if we both ran long, I thought he'd get me just because he's probably a bit more. I thought he was a bit more consistent. So I thought I'd just try something different. In the second race, I had a clean set for the pit, so I thought I'd just get rid of the first set sooner rather than later. But I was just trying to drive to a delta, so could see the boys were probably doing about 54s or something like that. So I was just sitting in the high 53s and not trying to push too hard and take too much out of the tyres.
Yep.
Really got that Honda working really well, Mav. And that's a big one tonight. Obviously, going into this round, I think JB had called statistically, I think you were, what was it, 6 points, the difference in the championship leading into this with Steve Rees. Obviously got the upper hand in race 1 and then just, really dominated that second one with obviously Rees having a drive through or added 30 seconds, which saw him go back as far as, I think, 15th, was it, JB?
Yeah, he dropped back to 15th after that, so that's a huge nick.
Yeah.
Mav. Yeah, well done. Good, solid drive, man.
Keep on banking the Mav, as we normally see you do when we're commentating, and but that was a massive display today. Like I literally came into this one tonight looking at the official practice and just looking at the terminal top speed of the Honda, and I thought you might have been in a spot of trouble around how quick those Ferraris were down the Mistral straight, but prove once again, if you've got the car dialed in to get through those high lateral low corners properly, you make a lap time, and you seem to do it week in, week out, so congratulations, mate.
Yeah, cheers, fellas. Thanks, guys.
Awesome, mate. Enjoy that one. That is Maverick going back to back. Couple of victories.
Yeah.
So good stuff.
Yeah, nice work for Phil again, J-Man. And we sort of, we're coming to expect this, from these guys. It's the usual suspects, as always. Some great racing. Couple of 40-minute races there. Called again and brought to you by MATCHFIT Entertainment and Race Command. J-Man and John, we've got one more thing to do. Hang on, we've got one more thing to do. We've got to spin the wheel. Hang on, let's get the graphics up.
John's been itching to just jump on the end of that thing.
Hang
and
on,
series, mate.
We'll let John spin the wheel tonight. So we got. Okay, John boy gets to spin the wheel tonight. John.
He's somewhere back in there. He's in there somewhere.
He's thrown his mic to the ground, and I heard he's come back into the room. $100.
Just making sure my name was on the board.
$100.
$100. I could just hear J-Man just go.
Who put 100 and 100, man? Like, I get text every time I turn up here.
I didn't sign up for this. But we got to work out who the 100's going to, and we are going to thank again MATCHFIT Entertainment and Race Command for bringing all this stuff to you. And we're going to spin the wheel one more time. J-Man, your go. Let's go, brother. You've done this before.
Well, I'm not letting John spin it again. He's too quick to give our money away.
So $100 is going to someone. J-Man.
Here you go. Here you go. Here we go.
Huddy not here tonight.
Oh, hang on. Give me another go. Give me another go.
Okay, let's go. Jamie Kosa.
Jamie Coate. Well, that'll ease the pain of backing it into the fence at 280k an hour.
Yeah, we'll pay for the physiotherapy and the chiropractor. So nice.
Well done, Jamie.
Well done, Jamie. And yeah, bad luck. They're actually backing into the fence there at the end. Straight away.
I'm sure he'll be smiling.
Oh God. Yeah. Well. Yeah. You would think so. Now. Anyway.
Yeah.
Thanks, ladies and gentlemen, and you good two guys here, J-Man and JB, for a great night again, mate. What's epic racing? Race 1 was unbelievable.
Yeah, it was fantastic, and yeah, just good little battles starting to form throughout this championship. Obviously, round 4 done. It's in the archives now. So heading through the series, approaching the halfway mark, it's starting to shape up in like a critical shift there, as you mentioned, JB, with Phil Antoon over Steve Rees, and Steve Rees will be up for the fight though, mate. We've seen, this will just make him come back hungrier next week, and then also the battle shaping up. I'll be interested to see the points this week when they shape up with the likes of Damien Jones and Riley Price, Steve Melling. And co, and then also Wadsworth Turner and co as well.
Yes,
Dano's out there on his own in the silver class. Obviously, even there's pros that are thinking that he should be playing with them. So, mate, if we stop spinning the wheel and giving our money away, we could maybe give it to the bloody people that make the decisions and get Shane from